ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ká ṣe bí ẹni kú, káwọ́ ẹni tí ó ṣe dàrú ẹni. Ṣàṣà ènìyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lẹ́yìn, tẹrú tọmọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lójú ẹni. Ọmọ aráyé abániwọ́rọ̀ bá òbí dání wọ́n. Ayé ò fẹ́ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀, orí ẹni ní pé kó yẹ ni. You gotta be strong cause the world is a battlefield. Òjò láyé ó gbé ní lọ, bá ò bá mọ̀ wẹ̀. Má ṣe lọ́la òtọ́ láì bá dé. Tread softly, dákun ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ilé ayé ogun ni ó ọgbọ́n. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ṣẹ̀rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀. Àwọn lọ́tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànà kó lè rínú gbọ́gbé. Àṣenìtàn bá ní ìdàrú ṣálọ̀ máa ráyé. Àwọ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ bòónù kò jẹ́ àríkùn má ṣe bí. You gotta be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Ọjà ọ̀dájú ní ilé ayé, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n rà. Àyàgbé ọ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ti lówó, ọ̀yàn òun ló wà lọ́jọ́ ogún dé. Àwọn epo láyé ńlá, wọ́n kì í lá tẹ̀jẹ̀. Ara lámù á ò mọ́nú, ẹni ayé yẹ kó rọra ṣe. Ṣọ́ra, ṣọ́ra. Pásítọ̀ fura, pásítọ̀ ti jọ́ sí iná. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ o. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ilẹ̀kùn bá jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣòwò tí a wà tẹ́lẹ̀ ayé, àgbà tó ti ti tó tó ńlá yòókù lọ́gbọ́n. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ikú pàlà mi tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹ lọ́lọ́gbà ògiri àgbèrè tó wọ́n ti fi gbogbo bàjọ́ra ìmọ́lẹ̀. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀,
Yes, good evening, my people. It's a pleasure to have you join me on this another special edition of the Jagbajanti Show. I appreciate your teaming up with me tonight on another special discussion. As you are coming in, please help me share this show on your platforms. Help me put it on your stories. Help me invite somebody and tell that somebody to tell another somebody so that every somebody will gboriwole on this show. Mo kí yín ibikíbi tí ẹ ti ní àǹfààní láti máa gbọ́ mi. Bá jẹ́ àárọ̀ lẹ́wà, ọ̀sán ni tàbó ti di àwọlé sùn, mo kí gbogbo yín o. Etí tẹ́ fi ń gbọ́ mi kò ní di o. Làákàyè tí ẹ dẹ̀ fi ń bá mi ṣètò kò ní parẹ́ o. Ọpọlọ yín ò ní dọ́bà. Thank you very much for connecting tonight. Mo ti ń rí àwọn tèmi tí wọ́n ti ń du first position ní orí ìlà ńbẹ̀ yẹn. Èmi ni mo kọ́kọ́ dé. I see you, Shops. Ọmọ ńlá ọmọ ológo, Mr. Smash the Button. Mo rí ẹ o, Àbáyọ̀mí, Mr. Creativity. Ṣé wà pa? I see you, my brother, Mr. Olawande Olatunji. Thank you for connecting tonight. Yes, Mr. Banks. Yeah, you're punctual tonight. Yeah, that's what I want. This is the Mr. Banks I know. Mr. Banks that always turn up on time. Thank you for joining me tonight. Yes, I have something special for us tonight to discuss. Usually I'm not the type to jump on trending topics. I just like to, do my own thing. But I realized how much controversy this topic generated. And I thought, you know what? I think I know one or two things about this issue. Jẹ́ ká gbé wá ká yẹ̀wò. And let me also share the little I know. Also, I was asking myself, should our concentration, should our focus be on argument of whether money ritual exists or not? It's that the main thing for us. Is that what we should focus on? So I thought, you know what? With what I know, with what is going on, it's worth bringing this topic on this platform. Kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọlọ́pọlọ ayé, ẹ̀yin onílàákàyè ènìyàn, kẹ́ jẹ́ ká jọ fi ojú wò. Mo rí ẹ o, Ẹ̀bùn, ọmọ ìyá mi. Good evening. How has your day been? So what do I have for us to discuss tonight? The topic for discussion tonight is what I titled Money Ritual. It's a word that it's not strange to anyone on this platform. We've heard it before. We've heard it several times. We've heard it many, many times. But either some don't believe in it, or some have the wrong understanding of it. Please help me invite, your friends to connect. It's a show that they can just put on and carry on with their activity. It won't stop you from whatever thing you're engaged in. You just do your thing, and then the mama feti come out fi gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. And I believe what we'll hear tonight would, will clarify some doubts that some people have. Tonight, I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm just here to tell you what I know. Nínú ìrìn àjò tèmi kékeré yìí náà, mo ti rí wípé kọ̀rọ̀ ayé pọ̀. Ayé ní kọ̀rọ̀ tó pọ̀ gan. Ibi tó bá dẹ̀ rìn dé, òun ló máa mọ̀ mọ́. I will speak more of Yoruba tonight because what we want to discuss is pinned on cultural beliefs. So èdè tiwantiwa náà ni màá dẹ̀ lè fi lè ṣàlàyé àwọn nǹkan kan. So I will still mix it, but màá sọ Yorùbá díẹ̀ á pọ̀ jù lálẹ́. In order for us to have a robust discussion tonight, I have tried to break this topic down into segments. I want to attack it in bits. And so we would have, a clearer perspective of what is this all about. So we won't just be discussing about money ritual. We would look at other things. So I just want you to please come along with me. Ẹni bá fi ìkánjú wá kọ́kọ́rọ́ ọ̀la, ó dá mi lójú gbangba wípé ilẹ̀kùn ìbànújẹ́ ni yóò fi ṣí nígbẹ̀yìn. Bá ti wáyé parí láàrí o. Mi ò dẹ̀ tí rẹ́ni náà tó sáré kọjá kádàrá tí ò farapa. Before I proceed, I would like you to listen to this song. I wrote this song about 2-3 years ago, and I titled it Orí Owó. It's a reflection of what I see around. I see so many people running so fast, but to nowhere. People are focused on speed with no direction. Kò sẹ́ni tó ń béèrè ọ̀nà mọ́. Eré ni gbogbo èèyàn ń sá. Kò sẹ́ni tó béèrè lọ́wọ́ orí. Níbo ni kí n yà? Níbo ni kí n gbà? Kí ni kí n ṣe? Eré ni gbogbo èèyàn ń sá. Kí ló ń já ni gbogbo èèyàn ń tẹ̀lé, rather than finding your own path. So I titled this one Orí Owó. Have a listen. And when I return, we will get straight into the show. Mo ń padà bọ̀. Orí owó, owó lórí mi. Orí ọlá, ọlá lórí mi. Mo jí lówùúrọ̀ yìí o, mo bẹ́lẹ̀ dá mi sọ̀rọ̀. Wípé orí mi tètè béèrè fún mi. Orí owó lórí mi. mi ò mẹ́ni tó kọ́ Èdùmàrè ló dirí ẹwà fákùkọ. I was born to be great, to rule among the kings. My destiny is unstoppable, cause I fled where eagles dare. Orílẹ̀-èdè fi ńlá Abuja, orí la fi mẹ́ràn láwo. Ìwọ̀n orí mi dákun tètè là, kórí ọlọ́lá máa pè ọ́ rán níṣẹ́. Orí o lórí mi. Orí owó lórí mi. Orí ọlá lórí mi. Mo jí lòwúrọ̀ yìí ó mú bẹ́lẹ̀ dá mi sọ̀rọ̀. Wípé orí mi tètè béèrè fún mi. Orí owó lórí mi. Orí tó fẹ́ràn ni lọ́wọ́ nígbà láwo rè fún ni. Ìbàjẹ́ ènìyàn kò dáṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run dúró. 1,000,000 stars they say can never outshine the moon. I was born to shine and I go shine brighter than the sun. Orí wo bí rere gbé mi dé, ẹsẹ̀ mi wo bí rere sì mí yà. Àyànmọ́ rere ṣá ni mo yàn, ìpín rere ṣá ni tèmi o. Orí o lórí mi. Orí owó lórí mi. Orí ọlá lórí mi. Mo jí lòwúrọ̀ yìí ó mú bẹ́lẹ̀ dá mi sọ̀rọ̀. Wípé orí mi tètè béèrè fún mi. Orí owó lórí Orí ọlá lórí mi. Mo jí lòwúrọ̀ yìí ó mú bẹ́lẹ̀ dá mi sọ̀rọ̀. Wípé orí mi tètè béèrè fún mi. Orí owó lórí mi. Orí àgbẹ̀ nígbè pàdé àgbẹ̀, orí àgbẹ̀ nígbè pàdé àgbẹ̀. Orí mi kẹsẹ̀ mi sọ̀rọ̀, kẹsẹ̀ mi lè gbé mi lóbìrì láyé. Yes, thank you very much for hanging on with me on the show. Now let's get into the show proper. I see you, my brother Toluwa Lashe Waterton. Thank you for joining. Right. We are discussing money ritual. There has been a lot of argument. Oh, there's nothing like money ritual. It doesn't exist. What started? We're in the 21st century. Some people are still thinking that way. Some people are still believing in this nonsense. Blah, 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 blah. Right. So I'd like to start this discussion by talking or looking at this belief bias that we have. I would like to clarify this. And the way I will make a clarification on this is this. If you believe in the concept of God, if you acknowledge or practice religion, and if you subscribe to the belief that there's a part of this universe that exists beyond what logic and science can explain, then you shouldn't be in doubt that there exist mystical powers. So you can see that this excludes a category of people. So the category of people that I expect not to be able to make any sense of this are the atheists. The atheists don't believe in the existence of God, and anything that logic and science can explain doesn't make any sense to them. So to the atheists who are listening to me tonight, I don't expect you to believe or understand or make meaning of anything I'll be saying, at least maybe in the first part of this discussion. So mi ò bẹ́yìn wí lálẹ́. If you are listening to me, you can just listen for your own pleasure. But I don't expect you to connect with anything I'm going to say, because your belief is different. So, ẹ má ní mi lára lórí ètò. But for all of you, the rest of you that are still out there arguing, kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, irọ́ ni, but you dey go church, you dey kírun, or you have any form of religion you practice, or you even acknowledge that yes, religion is part of us. You believe there is God, and oṣù wà lára àwọn tó ń wá gíun pé kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ báyìí. I don't want to call you dumb, but I would say you're confused, because all of these things belong to the same class of mystics. So if I use myself as an example, I believe in God. But the concept of God I believe in is the existence of God in me, not the one that sits in one sky somewhere that is orchestrating all this destruction and killing people and all that. No, not the Nigerian God. I believe in the existence of God in me, and by whose spirit I attain that godship status to create and rule my own world. Right? So I belong to this category in some way. 2, even though I don't practice any religion, I have come to stop fighting religion. I've come to realize that it's going to be part of human existence. Those who are still fighting it, I wish them good luck. But it's a battle they can't win. Why? Because religion is a civilization mechanism for social order. It will exist as long as man exists. Because what religion is being used for is to impose order on creatures, human beings, who are capable of order but lacking that self-discipline to exercise such order. So they use, religion to weave theological argument to brainwash them into compliance. So I'm capable of order. I'm capable of, understanding my role in life. So I don't need religion to weave me into compliance. But I acknowledge that religion will always be part of human existence. And thirdly, based on my experiences in life, things that I've seen with my two eyes, things that I've heard, and things that I have done myself, activities and things that I've participated in, I strongly believe that there is a mystical side of this universe that is beyond the explanation of logic and science. So I hope I have tried to clarify that. People that should struggle with what we're going to discuss tonight are the atheists, because it's outside, their belief system. But for the rest who are neither here nor there, I think I've tried to put you in the category where you belong now. There exist mystical powers. And under these mystical powers is what we want to discuss tonight, where we can find it. If you understand me to this point, please, you can thumb up. If you still have doubt, please indicate what your doubt is, and maybe I can help to clarify it. It's a discussion, don't forget. So let's keep the comment section very active and busy. Now, going forward, the second thing I want us to consider is what I call the bastardization and nomenclature crisis. The problem I found out is you see, the description you give to a thing, the name you call a thing, it's so important, because it determines how people handle that thing. It determines how people understand that thing. It determines how people practice. It determines how people appreciate the thing. So when something is wrongly described, when something is wrongly named, people are bound to misuse it, to misunderstand it, and to have doubt regarding that thing. So there is a need for us to also set the record straight here. Okay. Now, I think the main problem we're dealing with here has to do with the bastardization caused by Nollywood. And I'm not saying the modern Nollywood alone, theater in as a whole. The way they have presented this to us makes it very laughable for anyone who can think. It makes it sound illogical. It makes it sound like show Yahweh in about the room convention are possible. Because the description of this money ritual of a thing that we have as presented to us, as embedded in our mindset, is one where wọ́n gbéyàn kan sínú yàrá inú cupboard, wọ́n gbé gbálẹ̀ lórí, and the person who did it will now come into the room. He will make some incantation, and then he will say, owó, 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 and then ẹni tó gbé gbálẹ̀ lórí yẹn á kàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa pọ owó ni, àbí owó á kàn máa dálẹ̀ ní ẹni yẹn náà á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa rẹ́rìn bí ẹni tó ti ya wèrè. This is what we were taught. This is what they told us. This is how they explained it to us that it happens. And this is why we struggle with this. Because kò mú ọpọlọ dání. Kò mú ọpọlọ dání because you know that every nation has a way of printing their currency. They have a company where, they assign this responsibility. Usually the company that prints their national passport is the same company that prints their currencies. And per time, wọ́n ti mọ iye tó máa print. And at the end of the day, wọ́n print ẹ̀ tán, wọ́n kó lọ sínú treasury ní central bank. Wọ́n mọ iye tó wà ńbẹ̀. Per time, wọ́n mọ iye tí wọ́n release sínú economy. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà serial number. So when tẹ́ gbé sínú yàrá tẹ́ gbé gbálé lórí yẹn, ẹjọ́ owó tó ń ṣe tó ń pọ̀ yẹn, níbo ló ti wà? Ta ló print yẹn? Now, wọ́n sọ fún yín pé wọ́n fọ́nu yàrá central bank, owó mi sì ń bẹ. Owó tẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé wọ́n ná nísìn, ọ̀nà náà ní serial number, gbogbo ẹ̀ báramu, wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ná níta. Economy dẹ̀ complain pé owó kan miss, ẹjọ́ kí ni nǹkan tó ń happen? This is a picture that many of us cannot settle with. This is a picture that we struggle with. This is what we've seen. This is what we grew up to know. And this is why we think ọmọ gbàgbé rubbish gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ. And if that is how you think, then I'm also on your side. Could make sense. Could make brain. Could make brain. Could make brain at all. Now, kí ni nǹkan tó wà? And that's what I'm getting into now. We must also talk about the nomenclature. Money ritual. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ money ritual. Yes, I also agree with you. So, kí ló wá wà? According to the Yoruba tradition, the Yoruba culture, látayébáyé, láti nǹkan táwọn bàbá wa ń ṣe. What exists is what is called Oshole. Oshole póríṣiríṣi. Ó dẹ̀ wà in different levels. Oshole tútù wà. Wọ́n tún máa ń pè ní àjò ajé. It's like, wealth booster. And then the one that is very close to what we are struggling with here, la lè pè ní oṣólẹ̀ gbígbóná, blood money, owó ẹ̀jẹ̀. So briefly, I will break everything down. But I want to establish it for you tonight that this exists. When I was in the Polytechnic, I attended Kwara State Polytechnic. I was supposed to live on the campus. Ibẹ̀ lọ gba ilé sí fún mi, but free spirit ni mí náà. Mi like wọn máa há mi. So mo lọ rent ilé sí ìgboro. Mo rent ilé sí village kan tó ń pè ní Afẹ́yìn Ọjà. I was living among the locals. People, I saw things. Ìbá ni mo rí nǹkan. It's a very, very fetish community. Mo rí nǹkan. And because I'm a likable person, mo tún súnmọ́ àwọn àgbà níbẹ̀ yẹn náà tó fi àwọn nǹkan kan hàn mí. Then Kwara Poly being a notorious institution, the school where courtesy gan pọ̀ ju student lọ. Ó ní àwọn ọ̀rìn táwa náà rìn. Ìpè ká wá protection. So all these things expose me to some of the things I want to discuss tonight. Also, a few years ago, I met a man. He's my age mate, also in his 40s. Ṣùgbọ́n ọjọ́ orí nìkan la fi jẹ́gbẹ́ nínú ìrìn àjò ayé yìí. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni yẹn ti rìn. Things he has done. Níbi tí wọ́n ti wá agbára àti ọlá dé. When he got comfortable around me, he was able to open up. And he shared so many things with me. Èmi náà farabalẹ̀ mo kẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Gbogbo àwọn kan tó rú mi lójú mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. And he explained to me with proof. Some of the things he told me are what I'm going to share tonight. Ṣé mi ò mọ̀ pé irú ọjọ́ òní tiẹ̀ máa wáyé? Now, Oṣólẹ̀ tútù. Wọ́n ń fi èèyàn ṣe. Wọ́n ń lo ẹ̀jẹ̀ èèyàn. Wọ́n ń lo ara èèyàn. Wọ́n kàn máa lo àwọn ewé egbò àtàwọn nǹkan kan ni. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ gbé fún ẹni tí wọ́n bá ṣe fún. A máa lò gẹ́gẹ́ bí àṣejẹ. A máa lò gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn nǹkan tá a máa fi sára. A lò míì bí ọṣẹ láti fi wẹ̀. Gbogbo kinní wọ́n fi ń kán kádàrá lójú ni. Now, let me tell you, when you meet the real Onífá, Babaláwo Onífá tòótọ́, and you approach them láti ṣe Oṣólẹ̀, wọn ò ní ṣe fún ẹ o. They will rather encourage you on other options. They will preach hard work to you. They will preach patience to you. Because they know all these things comes with their consequences. Ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́ bá pàdé oníṣègùn àti àwọn babaláwo èké àtàwọn àfáà tí ò ń ṣàfáà gidi àtàwọn alálùpàídà, wọ́n á ṣe òṣólẹ̀ fún ẹ. In tó mú èèyàn ṣoṣólẹ̀, àìní sùúrù ni, ìkánjú, greed ló máa mú èèyàn sáré fẹ́ boost nǹkan. And another thing that I need to emphasize here is, kò sírú type of òṣólẹ̀ tó fẹ́ ṣe, o ní láti ní nǹkan tó ń ṣe, o ní láti níṣẹ́. Because ètò yẹn a máa tie ẹ̀ mọ́ iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe ni, a máa tie ẹ̀ mọ́ òwò tó ń ṣe ni. So ìtí àwọn three foolish boys àbí 2 foolish boys yẹn ṣe tí wọ́n pa gẹ́ yẹn, tí wọ́n wá náà wọ́n kàn ní àwọn kà lórí Facebook pé wọ́n ní káwọn jó orí ẹ̀, káwọn bá ti jó orí ẹ̀ tán àwọn á máa fi àwọn nǹkan kan sí atari àti kinní kan, àwọn máa mix ẹ̀ pọ̀ mọ́ oyin, àwọn máa la yẹn, àwọn wá lówó yẹn. Bàbá ńlá fallacy ni, bàbá ńlá foolishness ni, kò sí nǹkan kan tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Láti ṣẹ́ṣó wàá níṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe. Ò bá bọ Ṣàngó kó bọ Ọbàtálá, òòṣà tí ń gbọ̀lẹ̀ ò sí, ẹni bá ṣiṣẹ́ adé ní rájé jẹun. So fẹ́ni tí ò bá níṣẹ́ gan tó bá wá, wọ́n á tẹfá fún. Ifá á yan iṣẹ́ fún tá a ṣe, á yan òwò fún tá a ṣe. Wọ́n lè lákàrà ní kó lọ máa dín. Àkàrà lẹ́yìn máa rò pé ó ń dín, ṣùgbọ́n nínú àkàrà yẹn ó ń rán ọmọ lọ abroad, ó ń sanwó ọmọ school ní UK, ó ní estate torí wọ́n ti ṣe kíni, wọ́n ti gbáǹdì. Ẹlòmíì á kọ́lé, ilé la máa fi rent. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀ ní mọ̀ pé ilé ẹyọ kan náà bàbá ẹ̀ ló dẹ̀ fi ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe yìí. Because usually iṣẹ́ tó ṣólẹ̀ ń ṣe ni wípé à ń gbárí, à ń gbẹ̀tọ́, à ń gbásìkí àwọn èèyàn, à ń darí ẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ tiẹ̀ ni. So wàá máa ṣe minimal effort nínú nǹkan tó bá ń ṣe yẹn, wàá máa rí maximum result. Tẹ́ bá rẹ́ǹtì lé lọ́wọ́ ẹni tó ṣẹ́ṣó, tó bá gbé ọkọ̀ 20 délé yẹn, wàláì tó bá máa kúrò lé yẹn ò ní lọ pẹ̀lú mọ́tò ẹyọ kan. Ẹ máa rẹ́ lòmíì á káwọn ọmọ tó pọ̀ sọ́dọ̀, ẹ máa ní màmá yẹn aláàánú ni, ó ń tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ yẹn, ó rán wọn lọ school, ó ń ṣe gbá, ó ń ṣàwo, ó ń ṣe àwọn ọmọ tó ń bá ṣiṣẹ́ ń ṣọ̀bù ẹ̀ níbọ̀ ló tún tọ́jú, ó ń ṣe gbá ń ṣàwo. Intẹ́yìn rí nìyẹn. Tó bá yẹ pé iṣẹ́ tá a yàn fẹ́ ni ẹ láti ṣe nìyẹn, bá ṣe máa ṣáàsìkì gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó wà láyìíká ẹ̀yẹn nìyẹn, òun á dẹ̀ máa fi ṣọlá. Àmọ́ yẹn ò ní gbérí, wọn ní jèèyàn. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ adìyẹ àbọ́pa ni. gbogbo fíìdì tẹ́ ń fún, gbogbo adìyẹ tẹ́ ń, gbogbo àgbàdo tẹ́ ń, gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń fún yẹn kì í ṣe nítorí ẹ fẹ́ràn adìyẹ yẹn, ẹ̀ ń tọ́jú ẹ̀ láti pa ni. So gbogbo àwọn ìyá tẹ́rí tó ń taṣọ ní àwọn Èkó yẹn, gbogbo àwọn tẹ́rí tó ń ṣe business tó ń ṣe ẹ̀sìn, gbogbo wọn lọ ṣáájú ajé, and in that their circle kò wọ́n rí anything wrong in it because there is a common language among them. Ara gbé láyé. Gbogbo wọn lọ fẹ́ tà, kọ́sọ́mà kan náà ni wọ́n ń struggle pẹ̀lú. So why tán wọnú sọ ilé tán wọnú tẹ́lẹ̀? Bẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe ń já ọjà báyìí ó ti tán, kọ̀ńténà míì tún ti dé ó tún ti já ó tún ti tán, kọ̀ńtá míì tún ti dé ó tún ti já ó tún ti tán. Ìkan dẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀, wọ́n lé ṣinṣin lórí igbá ni. Kọ̀rọ̀ ayé pọ̀ o. These things exist. Ìkan tó wà gan tó tún pè ní iṣẹ́ inú atẹ́gùn. Ibi tọ́ká bá wà lóúnjẹ ọká ti ń bà. Ẹni tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ inú atẹ́gùn sára, ibikíbi tó bá wà, wọ́n máa darí eré sọ́dọ̀ ẹni. Ibi tí iṣẹ́ atẹ́gùn burú dé, gbogbo àwọn tó bá tún wà ní environment ẹni yẹn gan, they benefit from it. So for example, kẹ́ni yẹn kàn lọ báyà ṣọ́ọ̀bù èèyàn kan, ó kàn jókòó síbẹ̀, ó lóun dúró dé èèyàn kan. Tí iṣẹ́ atẹ́gùn bá wà lára ẹni yẹn, ṣọ́ọ̀bù ẹni tó jókòó sí yẹn, sales tẹ́ni yẹn máa make within the time tẹ́ni yẹn wà lára yẹn, òun gan ò ní make ẹ̀rí láyé. It's not that person tó ní shop, ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó níṣẹ́ yẹn lára. Tí gbogbo àyíká tó bá wà, gbogbo èrè, ìbùkún, owó, ọlà, ọrọ̀ tó bá wà ń bẹ̀, wọ́n máa darí ẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀. So gbogbo ṣólẹ̀ yìí, booster yìí ló ní àwọn ètùtù tí wọ́n láti máa ṣe. Wọ́n sọ fẹ́ lómi yẹn, particular aṣọ báyìí ló ń láti máa wọ̀, kò lè wọ kọ́lọ̀ mi, wọ́n yá aṣọ funfun ni. Wọ́n sọ fẹ́ lómi o, kó máa ṣe àwọn sàárà báyìí, kó máa ṣe àwọn iṣẹ́ báyìí, kó máa ṣe àwọn nǹkan báyìí. Likewise, wọ́n á fún wọn náà ní èèwọ̀. O gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe nǹkan báyìí, o gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe nǹkan báyìí, o gbọ́dọ̀ lọ bí báyìí, o gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ nǹkan báyìí and stuff like that. Ibi tí àwọn wàhálà yẹn wà nìyẹn. Because àìmá lè ṣe àwọn ètùtù yẹn, àìmá lè pa èèwọ̀ yẹn mọ́, ibi tí wọ́n ti máa rí wàhálà nìyẹn. Then last, all these things don't last. Kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ṣètò fún ìgbà díẹ̀ ni, a fẹ́ lọ padà. Nítorí kádàrá lẹ kán lójú, ọrọ̀ ọlọ́rọ̀, ògo ológo, àsìkí alásìkí, ẹ̀tọ́ ẹlẹ́tọ̀ọ́ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tẹ́ fi ń ṣọlá. Ìdí nìyí that some people will now want to step it further. Wọ́n á kúrò ní level àwọn tó jẹ́ pé báyá bí ewé tegbò nìkan lọ́kàn fi ṣèpèsè fún wọn, á bọ́ sí level tí wọ́n ti ń pa, tó ti ń ta ẹ̀jẹ̀ sílẹ̀ bí ẹ̀jẹ̀ ẹran. Wọ́n lè máa sọ fún ẹran báyìí nǹkan máa pa níye ìgbà báyìí, níye ìgbà báyìí. Gbogbo àwọn tó bá pín ẹran yẹn fún, tó bá jẹ ń bẹ̀, sàárà, bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń darí ire wọn sí wọn. Ẹlòmíì wọ́n á ní kó rí nǹkan kan mọ́lẹ̀, wọ́n á ní kó máa ta àwọn nǹkan kan sílẹ̀, ó ṣìṣì nǹkan lọ́lẹ̀ nìkan ṣe. Level mi nìyẹn. Tàbá bọ́ sídìí the upper level tó crazy gan pátápátá, which is the level where we are dealing with now, níbi tí ojúmọ́ mọ́ tán lénìí, tí olówó ẹ̀jẹ̀, oṣólẹ̀ gbígbóná, èyí ló ń la ẹ̀mí èèyàn lọ. Ẹ má gbàgbé, mo sọ tẹ́lẹ̀, kò sí babaláwo onífá gidi tá bá yín ṣe oṣólẹ̀ kankan. Á gbà yín mọ̀ràn pé kẹ́ lọ ní sùúrù ni, àbí kẹ́ lọ tẹpá mọ́ṣẹ́ yín. Ṣùgbọ́n oníṣègùn á bá yín ṣe àtàwọn babaláwo onírọ̀ míì. So gbogbo ìtẹ́ ni wọ́n mú orí èèyàn, wọ́n lọ ń wú orí ní burial ground, wọ́n ń gé apá, wọ́n ń gé ẹsẹ̀, wọ́n fi ń ṣe kíní. Tẹ́yìn kan sọ pé kò rí òun yẹn, má tanra ẹ̀. It's real. Oṣólẹ̀ gbígbóná ni. Owó ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń ṣe. And this one is deadly. Ó burú débi wípé ṣàṣà ni oníṣègùn gan tó máa volunteer láti bá yín ṣe. Because èmi wà tó jẹ́ pé tán bá ṣe gan, ọmọ ẹni tó ṣe gan máa kú. Gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ ìdẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n á kọ́kọ́ yẹ̀ wò pé ṣó bá orí ẹni gan mu. Torí wọ́n á ṣe fẹ́ lòmíì, ó máa ya wèrè lójú ẹsẹ̀ ni. Ìyí owó gan kò ní, àárọ̀ mẹ́ta ni. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ṣe fẹ́ lòmíì, wọ́n á béèrè pé nǹkan báyìí lá ná ẹ nínú ẹbí ẹ o. Báyọ̀ ọmọ ẹ lágbà, báyà ẹni tó súnmọ́ ẹ kan lágbà and stuff like that. Ẹni tó yẹ pé greed ti wà nú ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ gan tẹ́lẹ̀. Á ṣe. Ìbẹ́ ń gbọ́, à ń kà á. Tọmọ mi á ti gún ìyá ẹ̀ tán, ó fẹ́ lò ìyá ẹ̀. These things exist, but not in a way tí Nollywood fi ṣàlàyé fún yín pé wọ́n gbé wọn gúnlẹ̀ síbi kan, wá ń pe owó wá ń dà. Not in that way. Ṣùgbọ́n ìpèsè tó máa ṣe fún yín ní oṣólẹ̀ gbígbóná, ó ti ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ èèyàn, ó ti ní ara èèyàn, ó ti ní nínú. Ó yàtọ̀ sí oṣólẹ̀ tútù. Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ní repercussion. Kì í ṣe ọlá àti ọrọ̀ téèyàn ní tó ń fi ilẹ̀ fọmọ. Bó ṣe wá la ṣe lọ. Kì í ṣe ọlá àti ọrọ̀ tó ń bá ní kalẹ̀. Àìmọye àwọn tó ti ṣe, tó ti lọ, tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ọmọ tán filẹ̀ fún wọn jèrè nǹkan kan bẹ̀. I saw a picture of Ezego's mansion few months ago. Láti ọjọ́ tó ti kú, bó ṣe fi gbogbo inú ilé yẹn lẹ̀ àti àwọn ọkọ̀ yẹn, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló wà. Wọ́n ò mú pin jáde nínú ilé yẹn. Gbogbo bó ṣe páàkì àwọn mọ́tò yẹn lẹ̀ sí, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n wà tán dẹ̀ rọ́ọ̀sì sí ojú kan yẹn. Bí gbogbo mansion yẹn, bí gbogbo ọgbà ẹ̀ bó ṣe tóbi tó yẹn, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà fi gbogbo ẹ̀ lẹ̀. Torí oṣó gbígbóná ló ṣẹ́. Ẹ gbọ́ ohun tí Bíbélì sọ ni. Ó ní bí àparò kì í ṣe sàbà sórí ẹyin tí kì í bá ṣòun lóye. Ó ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá fi ọ̀nà ẹ̀rú kọ́rọ̀ jọ yóò filẹ̀ ní agbede méjì ọjọ́ ayé ẹ̀. ẹni bá fìkánjú wá kọ́kọ́rọ́ ọ̀la, ilẹ̀kùn ìbànújẹ́ náà ni yóò fi ṣí nígbẹ̀yìn. So this is just a clarification and to settle the minds of those who are still doubting whether this thing exists or not. They do exist. Ṣùgbọ́n bí Nollywood ṣe paint ẹ̀, bó ṣe ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ fún wa bá a ṣe wò nínú eré bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ lórí o. And I've briefly explained to you the various types that exist and how you can go from just, small one to higher one, to higher one, to higher one, and to more serious ones that will require regular shedding of blood. Ẹ̀mí tó bá ṣẹ́ṣó gbígbóná, wọ́n máa ń dá òwò sílẹ̀ tó jẹ́ kó máa jẹ́ kó rọrùn fún wọn láti lè máa rí ẹ̀mí èèyàn láti lè máa fi ṣètùtù ni. Wọ́n lè ṣí hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì, wọ́n lè establish school, wọ́n lè ní transport company. So tọkọ ẹ bá ní accident lẹ́ẹ̀kan gbà báyìí, táwọn èrò inú ẹ̀ bá lọ báyìí, owó dé nìyẹn, renewal nìyẹn. Ẹ̀kan rẹ̀ nìyẹn ni á kàn tún ṣí bí 200 buses míì wọlé ni. Ẹni tó kù tí ẹ gbé. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń kidnap, tó ń rí ransom san. Those who escaped has come out several times. At least I've read or listened to video of at least 2 in recent times. Tó sọ nǹkan tójú wọn rí in the den of kidnappers. Yẹ pé family of those who are not responding to the ransom demand, they're put on a table. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ kún wọn bí ìgbà tó bá kún adìyẹ. And they will call people who buy body parts. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ tàpá tí wọn. This is the wickedness that is happening. So tí o bá ṣojú ẹ rí, tó o bá gbọ́ rí, má sọ pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Torí ibi tó o bá rìn dé, ibẹ̀ ló máa rí mọ́. Ibi tó o bá rìn dé, ibẹ̀ wà rí mọ́. Kọ̀rọ̀ ayé pọ̀ o. Kọ̀rọ̀ ayé pọ̀. Ó dẹ̀ níbi tèmi náà rìn dé. Ó láwọn nǹkan tí mo rí o. Mystical power exists. Ẹ tí rí àwọn tó máa já ewé leaf tí wọ́n á pè nǹkan sí, tí wọ́n á dẹ̀ máa ná ewé yẹn ní ojú agbo ní patí tá dàbí owó. Àlùpàyídà nìyẹn. Magic. So stage magic ó yàtọ̀ sí dark magic o. Stage magic is just about manipulation, distracting the audience and being clever with your hands and stuff like that. Níta lè pè ní effect, video effect lẹ́nìí, only be stage magic. But dark magic is pure witchcraft. You don't want to mess up with it. These things exist. These things exist. Right. Let's move on. The argument that these things exist, they don't exist, is it real, is not real, I think should not be our focus. Such argument is rather pointless. It has no effect to the problem at hand. People are being killed daily for rituals. So, whether you believe it exists or it doesn't exist, will not stop ritual killings. Nor will it stop people who believe in it. Every day, làwọn guys ń jáde tó ń sọ fún pé àwọn ń wẹ ọṣẹ. Wọ́n ń wẹ ọṣẹ, wọ́n ń ra lé Lẹ́kì. Wọ́n wá ń ra lé Lẹ́kì bí ìgbà tó bá ń ra can coke. Tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ bọ́ yẹn ń pe owó 60 million, 80 million. Wọ́n ra Mercedes bí ìgbà téèyàn bá ń ra boxers. And you are there. O ṣì ń sọ wípé kò exist. Ojoojúmọ́ làwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ miss. So, rather, I think we should shift our focus to what is more important. And what is more important is we should start making moves, making effort to dissuade those who are involved in these senseless killings of human beings in the name of money making. We should be raising the level of discussion that promotes success through hard work, through entrepreneurial and innovative efforts, and not this get rich quick schemes. This is what I think we should put our focus on. And the question is this: how did we even get to this point? Because until we understand what we're dealing with, you can't find a solution to it. We can't just start fighting this battle by fighting. We need to fight it by asking. Kí ni tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Kí ló go wrong? How did we get to this point? That this youth would do anything to get rich. Anything except hard work. Some girls are out there. Wọ́n lè bá ọ̀bọ sùn, ọ̀bọ, because of iPhone. People have lost it. And every single day, ni oríṣiríṣi method ló ń wá sí. Right now, tí mo gbọ́ táwọn boys yẹn ń ṣe nísìnyí, tó bá ti ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn sára tán, wọ́n á bá àwọn ọmọ yẹn sùn. Tó bá bá wọn sùn tán, they leave their semen in them. They release into them. Semen yẹn ò ní mú wọn lóyún o, ṣùgbọ́n máa wà ní àgọ́ ara àwọn girls yẹn. Subsequent ọkùnrin tí gbogbo àwọn girls yẹn bá wá bá sùn, on darí àsìkí yẹn sọ́dọ̀ àwọn boys yẹn. So now, like, they use those girls now like point of contact. Because at the end of the day, olóṣó máa bá different ọkùnrin sùn. So they just leave that seed in them. So gbogbo ọkùnrin táwọn ọmọ yẹn bá ti wá bá sùn létà, wọ́n ń darí àsìkí wọn sọ́dọ̀ wọn. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin jápojápo, Mr. ẹ̀yin fọ́ wọn lẹ́nu, mo lè gòkè mo lè sọ, ẹ ní jì sánfìn o. Things are happening. Ayé tó fojú rí ló lè ṣàlàyé o. Ayé tó fojú rí pọ̀. In tó dẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ayé tó fojú rí ó pọ̀ o. A jókòó sí Lẹ́kí àbí ní Ìkòyí ní posh area kan àbí labroad kó máa sọ pé kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. O mọ ibi táwọn èèyàn ń rìn dé, o mọ ibi táwọn èèyàn wá agbára dé o. Àwọn kankan ò ṣe sọ lórí atẹ́gùn. We just leave it the way they are. Ṣùgbọ́n tí mo mọ̀. In tí mo rí, in tí mo ti ṣe. And these things, nobody can take them away from me. Nobody can discount that experience. In tó bá mọ̀ ló mọ̀ o. But the question is, how did we get here? When you see someone who has failed, you are seeing someone who has been failed. As much as there is a personal responsibility for being a failure, there are equally parental and societal ones too. So we can blame this generation all we like. We can blame them for their morality, greed, godlessness, fraud, impatience and whatever thing like that. But we can't ignore the generation that raised them. Ẹ ṣe wájú tẹ̀yìn wò sáré. A lion will never give birth to a goat unless there is a genetic manipulation somewhere. And even at that, the goat will still be able to roar. So what I find is that the present day youth are suffering from identity crisis. What we are witnessing is that these youths are gravitating towards the only force that is pulling them. What they see around is what they follow. All they see around is debauchery. All they see around is lavish living with no real source of income. They see all the so-called celebrities, how they lavish money, how they flaunt money, the kind of reckless life they live, and still they get given made ambassadors of brands. Banks are associating with them, big companies are associating with them. They are headlining concerts, they are winning awards. Governors are opening their offices for them, having meetings with them, taking pictures with them. They see all these things. And they will do anything possible to live this kind of life. It's now get rich or die wretched. They no longer believe that education or white or blue collar or whatever color of job can get them what they want. Because the evidence is not there. They can see their parents. Many of them who worked all their lives, in government. Many of them who are very, very forthright and principled in their lifestyle. They can see them that, they achieved nothing in their lives. They have nothing to show for it. They have nothing to show for it. They retire, they don't even get their pension. While they're still working, they don't get paid for months. The governor or the people who are meant to disburse their allocation will sit on the money or put it in their own fixed account, use it for other purposes, and they are there languishing in poverty. Some of them, they see some of their parents die on the queue waiting to collect their entitlement. And you are still preaching hard work to this kind of people? You think they will listen? No. No. They'll rather turn to crime, fraud, prostitution, kidnapping, ritual killings, and all these vices we see today. They are being led by what they see. And what are these people that has platforms? What are they doing with their platforms? All these people in art, in music, in entertainment industry, they don't even know their role in the society. They are the voice of conscience. Where government have failed, where religious institutions have failed, these are the other category of people that the society can listen to. But what are they using their platform for? What kind of songs, what kind of art are they releasing into the society? They sing about sex, they sing about drugs. They use drugs themselves publicly. They flaunt wealth that they never worked for, or that don't match the kind of craft they're engaged in. And we know how they are being used for other activities as fronts. They use their craft to pollute the minds of the youth. Their videos, they debase womanhood. They do everything to erode every moral values in the society. And sadly, these are the people deemed worthy of being made brand ambassadors. These are the people that CEO of multi-global companies are hobnobbing with. These are the people governors are opening the doors of their offices for. They see politicians spending public funds with reckless abandon. And you're wondering why this youth are turning to fraudsters. Some of the songs I grew up listening to helped form some of the values I hold today. But what sort of music do we have in the present generation? Kí n ṣá ti lówó. Wáyà kí n ṣá ti lówó. Songs like if I no get money, I go do ritual. And we have body that could vet these songs and sanction them. They exist, but they're not working. Everybody's looking the other way. As long as it doesn't fill your pocket, you don't care. Also, we have to look at the reward system in our society. What do we reward? You see somebody enter Big Brother, Nigeria or Africa, whatever one they do. They will behave reckless on national TV. They will live wayward. And when they come out, what do? They are given state welcome. They are given chieftaincy titles. They bag multi-million naira endorsement. They are made youth ambassadors. What do they give to an A-straight student that graduated with first class in the uni? Wọ́n fún 2,500. Kò síṣẹ́ àti láptọ̀pù kan. Serve in government, be diligent and upright. At the end, you will retire into a rented apartment. And people will still be abusing you. Ọ̀dẹ̀ni. Ẹ má gbà ẹ DG ni o. Ó ṣe DG fún 15 years ẹ rí. Kò lè kọ́lé o. They abuse you for not sorting out yourself. But serve in government, abuse your office, steal their money, flaunt it in their faces. You get hailed and treated like a hero anywhere you go. Our reward system. As an artist, enter the studio. Write conscious lyrics. Get seasoned musicians to accompany you. Do something very, very solid. Share the songs. They won't show you love. Shoot video. Post online. Do everything. To bá show them lucky ni wàá rí èèyàn 100 tó máa wò. Show them lucky. Ṣùgbọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ rí Zazo. Ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́ bìzàbìzà. Tó pàdé kọlù tó ń bó káàdì. Look at how that become like a national anthem. Ọmọ mi kò mọ national anthem in Nigeria. Ṣùgbọ́n ó mọ Zazo. Ó mọ Pokotua. Ó mọ oṣù tó ń gbọ́ràn àti oṣù tí ò gbọ́ràn. You enter studio, write songs or sing nonsense. Call ladies bitches, call them all kind of names, glamorize their odious lifestyle. They get multiple awards, they get lots of money, they get brand ambassadorship, they headline concert and all these things. They are the face of brands. They shoot video that disrespect humanity. 60 million views in 12 hours. Reward system. Slip your way through winning a beauty pageant and you get red carpet rolled out for you. Burn the midnight candle. Emerge as the best graduating female student and all you get is just one used iPad. I promise you níṣẹ́ tó ló promise yẹn ṣe gan á tún fẹ́ bá ẹ̀sùn gan kó tó ríṣẹ́ yẹn. So the attitude of the youth that we see today, it's a direct consequence of the savage tempo of our modern society and the moral degradation caused by our skewed reward system. And this is why all these denigrates have taken over. This is why we have the problem we have on our hands today. We are part of the problem because we project all this negativity. We give them publicity. We give them attention. What we share on our platforms, on our pages, are this vile stuff. We are the problem because we don't promote the right kind of people. We promote the vice-ridden rascals. We make them newsworthy. We discourage hard work and honest living and good morals by constantly lauding all those reprobates. And we refer to their achievements. That is the template we give people to look at. We accept all this foolishness displayed by these louts. We see them as pleasing. They make headlines. The more we do this, the more we further damage what is left of our national reputation. Look at us in the international scene. Àjámọ̀ kankan mọ́. Wọ́n á sọ pé gbé passport yín débì kan wọ́n treat yín bákan bákan. That's what they will treat you. Because gbogbo ìlú máa ń promote the best of them ni. That's what they show the world. Every nation show the world their best. That's what they showcase. Ìròyìn tí ò bá dá nínú wọn máa ń pa mọ́lẹ̀ ni. But no, the other way, we act the other way around. We showcase our worst to be our best. Gbogbo àwọn never do well títí wa, òun la gbé síwájú ń pa wá rèé o. This is who we are. We tell them this is the best we can produce. What a travesty. If we want a change, we need to start celebrating and showcasing our finest. We need to start talking about those who are breaking boundaries in science, in arts, in other fields. Because they exist. You don't wait until they hit a scandal before you now mention their name and start sharing their stories. Share them now when they are making something positive. Remember, we're writing our story. Everything we do, we're writing a story. And it is what you write that people will read. In táwọn ọ̀dọ́ yìí ń kà lénìí nǹkan tá a kọ ni. When they look around, that's what they see. They don't see hard work, they don't see honesty, they don't see nothing. Gbogbo àwọn tó head ibi tó lágbára láyé, gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣọlá, tó ń náwó, tó ń ṣe everything. They are people of no values. And collectively, we're not doing enough. We're not talking enough. We're keeping quiet. Remember, whatever you feed survives. What you starve is what dies. If we want this to die, we must starve it. We must stop talking about them. We must stop elevating them. The way you are unable to keep quiet when you see something amazing, let it be the same way you don't keep quiet when you see something unpleasant. Speak about it. Don't look away. When you see a preacher that is preaching nonsense, religious yahooism, condemn it. Ẹ jẹ́ ká panupọ̀ ká bólè wí náà. Ẹ má jẹ́ káwọn kan tún máa sọ pé ẹ̀yin ìwọ náà ṣe gbé síbẹ̀ yẹn. Creative mediocrity, speak about it, condemn it. Fake living, condemn it. Reckless lifestyle, condemn it. Ineffective leadership, condemn it. Speak out, talk. Don't leave it to just some people. You too have a voice. Ẹ jẹ́ ká panupọ̀. We've all kept quiet so much that this evil has now overtaken good. Lies have triumphed over truth. Mediocrity has killed anything you can call excellence now. Ask any youth today. Kí ni nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe? Tí ò bá fẹ́ ṣe ritual, tí ò fẹ́ ṣe ìyàwó aṣọ fún ẹ pé òun fẹ́ kúrò nílùú. everything is gone. You see that you see anything more. People have lost faith. We need to start using our voices now. Èèyàn mẹ́rin ló ń wo show yìí, 15 people. Even though after tó bá máa fi di báyà Wednesday or whatever, ó lè ti wọ bí 300 or 400. But how many people are watching it now? Why pé mo fi title yẹn pé mo fẹ́ tú àṣírí èèyàn kan sìn àbí mo fẹ́ ṣépè fún èèyàn kan sìn àbí mo fẹ́ sọ kíní kan sìn, ibi ò ní gbèrò. Because àwa gan negativity la like. I like nǹkan tó bá positive. Fair. But we need to go back to start promoting peace over war, hard work over dishonesty. We should start elevating people who are genius amongst us and stop talking about these foolish people. Èèyàn sọ fún yín pé òun fẹ́ sílé 400 million. Ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé kò lálọ kò lábọ̀, kò ṣiṣẹ́ kankan. Ẹ dẹ̀ ń gbé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ kiri. Ìyẹn lẹ̀ ń focus lé lórí. Ìyẹn lẹ̀ ń project. What you abet flourishes. What you condemn is what gradually rot and dies. So we need to start betting what we want to see flourish and condemn what we want dead. Let us start feeding excellence and starve mediocrity. Let's move away from this argument of whether money ritual exists or it doesn't exist. It won't change people who are practicing it. Because if it's not working, they would have stopped. Neither will it change the belief that people have in it. But let us shift our attention and focus to what is important. And start elevating discussions that focuses on hard work and success through entrepreneurial and innovative effort, rather than all these ritual killings and blood money. This is what I have for us tonight. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for those who shared the show. Thank you for those who contributed in one way or the other. Apologies for raising my voice at some point. O ká mi lára ni. Because kò tiẹ̀ fẹ́ síròyìn ìdùnnú kankan lójúmọ́ kankan mọ́. Kò fẹ́ sí ìròyìn ìdùnnú kankan téèyàn tiẹ̀ lè gbọ́ ní ojú kan mọ́. It's people missing, this one dead, this one not getting justice, that one this, extortion this, extortion that. It's just chaos. But if we think somebody is coming from somewhere to come and help us, the solution to this horrible thing we are witnessing now lies in our own hands. And this is what religion ought to be preaching. Religion is meant to maintain order, to prevent this kind of thing that is happening. But rather, religion gan ni wọ́n sá sábẹ́ ẹ̀ tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan báyìí. We should start preaching the right religion, which places responsibility on all of us to do what is right. That is what religion is all about. Taking up responsibility. Knowing what is good from what is bad. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I've come to the end of this show. If you have any contribution, if you have anything you want to add, please feel free to put it in the comment section. And if you want to join me in the studio here to share your views, I have put the link there in the comment. Just click on the link, copy that link, click on the link, it will open up in your browser. Just follow the instruction and then you will join me in the studio here. When you are at the back end studio, I will see you and I can bring you on live. If you have anything you want to share, if you have an objection to things I've said, if you don't agree with anything, if you think there's something I missed out, please, you can comment. You don't need to show your face. You can turn on your video. Just audio will be enough for you to make your contribution. That is the link in the comment. Just click on it. It will open up on your browser and you can join me in the studio to make your contribution. I will leave that opportunity open for maybe the next 5 minutes. If I don't see anyone that wants to come on board, then we will bring the show to a close for tonight. Okay. Ṣùpọ̀ try láti connect. Mi ò mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. I think you're not getting your connection right. Check that your audio is connected. Check that you have maybe an headpiece on or something. So, and you try again. Try again. Your mọ why tí ò wọlé. Yes, my sister. Listening to Naija these days is depressing. Very, very depressing. Very, very depressing. Ritual killing here, kidnapping there. So many sad stories. Yes. And we just carry on as if kò normal. Èèyàn kan kú sóòtẹ́ èèyàn kan. Wọ́n ti wà lẹ́nu ẹjọ́ yẹn látọjọ́ ẹ̀. Any person of interest, wọ́n gbé wá court lẹ́ni. You know the person, I mean, the principal person of interest in the murder case. Private SUV ẹ̀ mọ́tò ẹ̀ lọ́ fi gbé wá tán tó fi gbé padà lọ. Ẹ dẹ̀ ṣe ń retí pé kí jọ́ọ̀jì wá dájọ́. Ẹjọ́ ò lókù tí jọ́ọ̀jì fẹ́ dá. Ṣé ẹjọ́ ò ti dára ẹ̀ ni? Ṣé ẹjọ́ ò ti dára ẹ̀ ni? Wọ́n close kéèsì Sylvester with 2 conflicting autopsy reports. Ẹ dẹ̀ ní kéèsì ti close, ẹ ti dájọ́ tán. No justice, nothing. And you think the youths are not seeing this? Shupo, if you're struggling to connect on the app, call me. I will put you on speaker and we can have a discussion. It will work the same way. You have my number. Please call me. I will put you on speaker and you can drop your contribution. I would like to hear from you. My line is open. Call my number. I'll put you on speaker and people will be able to hear you. Yes. Yes, Shoops. Sure, Papa.
Am I echoing?
You are echoing, yes.
Okay, just give me a second. I think I've got you. I've got it according to you.
I can play music a while, so can you gbádùn that?
Okay, can you hear it now?
Huh?
Yeah, great show as always. It's crazy. Like there's hardly any day you open your browser or whatever it is just to even hear, just to have like a glimpse of something positive, and it's like the evil in the land is just is on the crazy high, and you just begin to worry or wonder that have we just lost our common humanity? Like let's just put everything aside, like the fact that you see someone else and they are a human being like yourself. Like, where did that go wrong? But then again, I don't know. I think we're just inherently not very nice people, particularly in the part of the world that we come from. And the selfishness is at another level. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I don't know.
Aside these things I mentioned, what do you think is going on? How did we become like this? Hello? Oh. Hello, Shupo. Connection to hang you. Bóyá kó pè direct rather than WhatsApp. Connection to hang. You can call direct rather than WhatsApp. Yeah, Shupo.
Yeah, Shango.
Mungbobai. So, question tí mò ń bi ẹ́ ni wípé, aside this thing that I've mentioned, how did we become like this? Torí àárí báyìí tẹ́lẹ̀, kí ló sọ wá di báyìí?
Okay, so first things first, value system where what you want like so warped.
Value system.
Value system where it's so warped. So like me, I grew up in the north. Mushi, I can remember going to the market on your Friday, going down Mala to Buffalo Kim, to Buffalo Raja, to see shop, or to buy a shop on Tonkin. You just put what you want to put the money for whatever it is you want to buy, take what you need to take, and leave. And this is as far back as 1993, 94. But going through the years and just seeing how like our value system has just, I don't know, it's crazy. But then got time we already evil no multiply exponentially. Yeah, the evil is multiplying exponentially. It's not even like geometrically. So
because that is what we are feeding. We keep feeding it.
Yeah.
You know, tí wèrè kan bá ṣe nǹkan, tẹ́ ẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀, ṣé o mọ̀ pé lọ́la kò ní ṣe? But the moment tẹ́ bá yẹ pé ti ṣí àkíní àárò ń pé nǹkan dáadáa lòun ṣe, so á tún dọ̀la á tún ṣe something mọ̀ kí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn náà.
It's so bad now that in Nigeria, like, if you're normal, then you everyone look at you like as someone who is abnormal.
Yes.
Like, it's so bad. Like, when it to lo tàbí ọbẹ̀ ọlẹ́ni jọ mẹ́ta. àwọn èèyàn ṣì ń bá wí next thing ó pé kíní jáde ó sọ pé Ọlọ́run ti dárí jù òun ṣe gbá òun ṣáà and I'm just thinking like ẹ̀gbọ́n gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ sùn mi.
Ó sú èmi náà ó sú mi o ó sú mi I'm telling you ó sú mi.
Kò dẹ̀ yọ anybody sílẹ̀ kò yọ any flipping body sílẹ̀.
Ó sú mi o.
Kò yọ anybody sílẹ̀.
I mean
church àwa la ní church tó pọ̀ jù.
Nǹkan mo fẹ́ sọ náà bá tún dé church náà pásọ̀ gan-an ó kàn pamọ́ jọ ẹni ó kàn bẹ́ wọn dì lọ ó ń bẹ́ wọn fúrọ̀ lọ ni pásọ̀ tó ń travel lọ ṣe musician ṣùgbọ́n wo you know what is madness. Where do we turn to? Everywhere you turn to kò síbi tí a ti fẹ́ rí ọ̀dà yẹn wà restored. My brother, I see you on the show. I brought you on, so just give me a few minutes. I'll round up with you, and then I can have you fully on the show, okay?
Let me round up with me. I'll try and see if I can join the stream yard again. So at least that way we can have like multiple conversations.
Yes,
let me get my headphones. So maybe you wanna take the call of the next person.
All right, cool.
Just so that I don't hold people.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Osho, yeah. Yeah, my brother Oluwasho Michael.
Oluwamio.
Finally. Honestly, last week I was like, Kilo Shelley, I want to hear from this man. I want to hear from this man. Can you work? How did you finally resolve it?
Well, for some reason, I don't know how I resolved it. I changed my phone, system upgrade and everything, and it just went in without any hassle. So I'm guessing it was probably the browser and whatever it was.
Nǹkan tó máa jẹ́ náà ni ó ṣáà ti bọ́ sójú ẹ̀.
Ó ti bọ́ sójú ẹ̀ báyìí.
Ó ti bọ́ sójú ẹ̀ báyìí.
Ó ti bọ́ sójú ẹ̀.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ o. And I don't know. Also sí ni lẹ́nu. Ó tún buyọ̀ sí. This thing is getting out of control. Even àwọn tó ń ṣe ṣó gbà yẹn wọ́n máa ń ṣe pamọ́ ni. Yẹ pé ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ máa fura pé ó dẹ̀ pé ní tẹ́kínì ń dì. But nísìnyí àwọn boys ń sọ fún ẹ pé wá tọ́ṣẹ ò bá ṣiṣẹ́ jẹ́ ká ṣọṣẹ fún ẹ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Wọ́n ń gbé ọṣẹ síta wípé ọṣẹ rẹ̀ tó mí ọṣẹ ń mí nínú gbá. And somebody sitting somewhere is telling me this thing don't exist. Ní tèmi ti fi ojú ara tèmi rí ní àwọn ìrìn kan tèmi gan ti rìn.
Mo ṣe mọ̀ pé ẹni tó I don't blame people for the narrative they have chosen to stick by. That's something that we have to learn to do. Because tí èèyàn bá sọ fún yín pé ẹ má lọ ṣe bí òwe o pé eégún bàbá òun fẹ́ jó tó bá ní kò jó mọ́ kò sí nǹkan tá a ṣe sí sọ̀rọ̀ mi yé bọ̀ àdúrà táwa máa gbà ní wípé kí òun má rí tí àwa rí nídàkejì ẹ̀ ìyẹn ní sọ̀rọ̀ mi yé yín because some people actually need a lot of convincing for them to agree with you that these things are actually in existence. You understand? But just earlier today, I was talking to my brother and we were having a conversation and we knew. So we did an unboxing of our situation back home. And immediately we got into it. We realized that where there is a lack and a disconnect, especially in the societal values, you will find, because there can't be a vacuum. There can never be a vacuum. Something. There must be some sort of force. I mean, this time around, I don't know if the person is Christian. I don't know if he's Muslim. I don't know if he's a traditionalist. I don't know if he's an atheist. Because I mean, you alluded to the atheist and their style too. But there must be some vacuum. I'm sorry, if there's a vacuum, there must be something filling that vacuum. Ben. If it money and we took it from, all right, you and I are abroad. Thank God for that. And I asked him a question. I said, how often have you seen in the US, Canada, or United Kingdom wípé o kàwé tán, o gba certificate ẹ àbí o lọ learn trade ni, and when you are done with that, pastor kan ṣe wá dáwọ́ lé ẹ lórí pé o máa ríṣẹ́. Kò possible. Kò possible. In the West, we've seen the things that we literally, and I say this with all due respect, because I know I am a believer of God, and I'm not gonna. Well, it's my belief anyway. So if anybody wants to contest it, but Cherry, the socio-economic and political issues that we have, òun ló máa ń mú àwọn èèyàn sá eré tí wọ́n sá nílé. Eré tí wọ́n yẹ kán sá gan ló máa sá. And we did that breakdown. Pastor ò ní dáwọ́ lé ẹ lórí nílùú òyìnbó kó tó rọ́kọ. People meet their partners on Tinder, people meet their partners on Instagram, people meet their partners on Facebook, people meet their partners on Snapchat, people meet their partners everywhere. Every and anywhere. So pastor ò ní dáwọ́ lé ẹ lórí fún yẹn. More so, àwọn tó gbọ́ lọ́hùn gbọ́, wọ́n ń ṣoríire. Àwọn tí ò gbọ́ lọ́hùn gbọ́, àwọn náà ń ṣoríire. They did not tie it to God. They tied it to hard work.
Yes.
They tied it to hard work first. Now, this sudden desire of show of, oh, mama, come see me now. Come see how far I have made it. Come see how far I have come. It's also killing us. It is killing us. It is. It is. And in tó jẹ́ kó wà sad jù nìyẹn. Then àwọn olórí wa, àwọn tá a yàn sí ipò kan máa darí affairs wa. Àwọn yẹn wọ́n wá mú affairs yẹn, wọ́n wá sórí ẹ̀ kodò, wọ́n wá mí jìgìjìgìjìgìjìgì, so that àwa fúnra wa tá a yàn wọ́n síbẹ̀ à ní lè ronú properly. Sọ̀rọ̀ mi yé yín. And all these things are strategic. Do you understand? Take for instance, if you have a followership, and they know you have a followership, and they see you, and they know that if we can make him an offer, if we make Gio an offer, and he comes into under our wing or under our umbrella, dájúdájú àwọn èèyàn kan máa tẹ̀lé Gio wa. Àwọn èèyàn tó bá tẹ̀lé Gio wá yẹn, ó máa láwọn èèyàn tó máa tẹ̀lé àwọn yẹn náà wá. Now, ṣé wá rí ibi tí mo ti mú láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ wípé it's a gradual breakdown. If there is the presence of light, darkness would not survive. Yeah, if there is the presence of light, darkness will not survive. I follow Uncle Jimmy Disu. I follow his program on back home in Nigeria on radio. So I think it was 2 days ago that they brought a priest and African traditional practitioner, Baba Akwesi. Baba Akwesi said it himself. Only Obi ọmọ ti mú ọmọ ẹ̀ wá bá òun wípé kí lòun lè fi ràn lọ́wọ́ tó fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í ṣe òwò yahoo.
Mo gbọ́ wípé Yahoo Mother Association wà ní Ogun State.
Ṣebí last year wọ́n lọ ṣe award now. Wọ́n lọ ṣe award last year now. Ibẹ̀ ni kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ ti lọ kó wọn. Mo rò pé bí EFCC ibẹ̀ ní EFCC ti lọ kó àwọn kan.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ èèyàn kan sọ ń bí sin o, wọ́n ní a modern day Nigeria, when a man has bills to pay, he either steal or borrow.
And when the borrow is not available, he steals.
So ọmọ ọba ò ní àjàgbà.
Àjàgbà ni. And we've been quiet for too long. We've been quiet for too long.
Yes. I
We've
mean,
been quiet for
you
too long.
you made one point earlier. You said what is happening, especially from our leaders and so-called elite, is strategic. And I agree
No,
with
it's
you.
strategic.
I agree with you because, look, they will do everything possible to ensure that class gap is maintained. They will do everything possible to ensure that the educational system doesn't produce enough people from the lower class that can challenge their own children. They'll do everything possible to ensure that nobody is qualified enough to replace their sons and daughters. They will do everything possible to ensure that class is not infiltrated by people from the lower class. They'll do everything to widen up that gap to ensure that the lower class is totally discredited and is no match to them. Otherwise, why are they looking away? Why are they looking away? Ọmọ ọlọ́mọ là ń ránṣẹ́ dé tòrutòru. Ọmọ tí yín wà lábúrò. Ọmọ tí yín wà ní gbogbo skul tẹ́ fi wọ́n sí. Ọmọ mẹ̀kúnnù lẹ máa kó ìbọn àti kùmọ̀lé lọ́wọ́ kán lọ máa jà níta. Tó bá wá yá tó ti di time election, ẹ wá máa rìnrìn òṣì kiri títí ẹ máa lẹ pàdé ọmọ méjì kan. Oh, why you not in school? Oh, they said to go and grind pepper. Oh, why you not in school? Oh, because they can't pay. Oh, I will ensure that I pay you. Ṣé yẹn là ń bá yín sọ? Ṣé kẹ́ máa sanwó WAEC wọn tó bá di 4 years tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe election kẹ́ máa fi ẹ̀ ṣe election campaign là ń sọ? Or provide a vibrant economy where parents will be able to afford qualitative education for their children. And they don't need you buying WAEC form for children that are taking lectures under a classroom with no roof. This is what is happening. Ọmọ believe nínú process yẹn mọ́. They are finding their own way. Oh. Hello?
Yes. Hello. Oluwami.
Yes, I think I lost the connection earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, you are back now.
Yeah. So, Sherry, and that's the world that we are living in. And because it's so strategic, the way they have infiltrated us, the masses, it's as if that infiltration has a lifespan, and only to run course it yet, can totally recover. It's as if we have missed a train. And that train,
could that be pé lifespan yẹn gan ní finite days? Ó dà pé infinite days. Ó kàn dà pé ó kàn máa run forever ni.
No, of course it does. No. Olúwami, no. We are not gonna. If bó ṣe ká wa lára tó la ṣe ń sọ pé àfipò máa ó ní.
Wọ́n ní ìran mẹ́fà ò kí ń tòṣì. Eléyìí ti ń di 20th generation o. Mi ìrèyàn kankan tó dìde nínú ìran ẹ̀ láti sọ pé òun fẹ́ stop ẹ̀ o.
Sherry.
If nobody stands up, ìran òṣì á máa dìran ni o. And people are beginning to accept it now as bó ṣe ń rí nìyẹn.
But Sherry, I know for a fact that we will definitely face our accusers. When we are going to do it is when I don't know. No, when we're going to do it is when I don't know. Because
maybe if we increase this kind of discussion.
Oh yes. Yes.
Because the more we speak about it, the more we will bring issues to the attention of people.
Exactly. Because the corruption we are suffering is total. I don't even want to go to the churches.
Oh.
I don't want to go to the churches. In the last 2 or 3 years, I can tell you categorically how many videos I have seen of how they literally brought in the god of Mammon to desecrate the altar. And this is something that we need to bear in mind. That it is not just Nigeria as a whole. Nigeria, ọjọ́ kan sọ̀rọ̀ mo ní mistake tí Jack ṣe ni wípé Jack ò bá lọ bèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn Shell bí wọ́n ṣe survive ní Africa. To each his own. Our peculiarity in doing business. O máa dàmí síwájú wà tẹ́lẹ̀ tútù. Ìwọ ló lè máa sọ pé okay, corporate social responsibility mo fẹ́ fi omi tí mo fẹ́ dà síwájú tèmi ṣe. But àwọn ẹlòmíì ready láti gba owó yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ there and then. Something like ready. So tí wọ́n bá rí gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ní ẹni yẹn sọ bá ní àjàgbà. Now tí a bá rí kan nù wa tó lọ sí ibì kan tó ti ń jọ́sìn tó ní pé kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ ń jẹ́ ẹni tí òun fẹ́ lọ rí wòlíì. Kí ló fẹ́ rí wòlíì fún? Wòlíì mo fẹ́ máa sáṣẹ́ ni mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ ṣiṣẹ́ fún mi. Kó tó lọ bá wòlíì yẹn ẹ̀rù gan máa bà ọ́ pé ẹni yìí dájúdájú wàá ti rí tó ti rí irú rìn yẹn kó o tún lọ fi irú kan bẹ́ẹ̀
yẹn. Because ẹni tó yẹ kó tiẹ̀ kó máa gbé iṣẹ́ yẹn gan sá fún ni wípé kó máa kàwé kò ṣerú nǹkan báyìí.
Ṣé wá rí
òun gan ló wá lọ bá pé kó bẹ́ẹ̀.
Corruption that I'm talking about.
Ìkan ti bàjẹ́.
Ṣó ti yé easy that the person that is the shepherd that has the staff tó fi ń da ẹran tó fi ń òun yẹn gangan ló wá líìdì àwọn àgùntàn yẹn òun yẹn ló líìdì àgùntàn lọ sí tó máa ti jẹ ìmí. Ṣé ẹ wá rí àwọn èyí náà these are the people because they are all leaders in all forms of what's it called, in all forms. These are the same people that the ones that we elected into the political office are going to call on.
They
will not come to you for ritual killing or fetish services or fetish assignments. But they will come to you because tó bá lọ sọ́dọ̀ àlùfáà Ọlọ́run tó jẹ́ pé ó ti kó tó dé ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ ó ti ń gbọ́ látòrí pẹpẹ tó ń sọ wípé ìwọ tó dìbò fún níbí báyìí lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná àwọn ọmọ tó graduate in the last 4 years láti secondary school 10,000 ni wọ́n nínú 10,000 yẹn 1,000 rí university wọ̀ 9,000 tó kù wọn ríṣẹ́ kankan ṣe kí ló ṣe sí? Ẹ mọ̀ pé irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kó tó lọ bá àlùfáà yẹn á ronú sí i pé èyí máa sọ̀rọ̀ sí mi o ó dẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ sí mi o you know what gbé fi courage lọ but tó bá jẹ́ pé èyí tó jẹ́ pé ó ti ń sọ lórí pẹpẹ tẹ́ni ìbá ti dé òun ní kẹ́ẹ̀tú tó bá ti dé òun la máa dìbò fún ẹ rí pé ibẹ̀ a ti ní problem
problem ti wà.
So in order to don't let me take the time of your other contributors. So the disconnect is total. The disconnect is total, and the onus is on us. We need to do the needful. The corruption is total. The corruption is not koyoyo konle koyo anybody le. Àbúrò mi olówó. I think it was on his page, Jagunlabi ọkọ ìyá wọn. I think it was on his page. He said, ọmọ yóò ṣàgbàfọ̀.
Kò ṣàgbàfọ̀ ń káṣọ wálé.
Káṣọ wálé ẹrú ojú olè ẹ̀ mú.
You know, ọmọ tó ẹran lọ school tó yẹ kó ṣe padà wálé wá gbowó òun ló wá ń wá lẹ́sìn tó ń fún yín lówó ó gbé mọ́tò wá mọ́tò tí ò gbé lọ ẹ̀dẹ̀ bí.
ṣọ́ọ̀ṣán sálárì fún student ni.
you know wọ́n ta their schools now tó tẹ̀ sọ wípé àwọn professor gan àwọn lecturer gan ọ̀rá àyè páàkì mọ́tò sí mọ́tò rá àwọn school tí wọ́n ti di gbogbo ẹ̀ tán. Look at the craze of them graduating now and forming convoys of cars and flaunting money. Ọmọ tó ṣe graduate tí ò tí tó yẹ kó sì máa ronú pé báwo ni tá a ṣe máa rí báyìí.
Ibo tí ẹni sábìsì máa gbé mi lọ.
Wọ́n fọ́n owó ni because this is what they see every weekend tí wọ́n ń ṣe níwájú olórin. Do you know that people find it so it's now hard work láti mú owó jáde lápò láti járapa owó láti wá máa ná lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan.
Exactly.
Wàhálà yẹn máa ti pọ̀ jù o. So what they do now ni pé wọ́n ná bail in packet. Ìtó bá tiẹ̀ lówó irú àwọn Davido ẹ̀ wọ́n tiẹ̀ ní wá ní ná bail wọ́n á kàn páàkì owó yẹn lódidi wọ́n á kàn gbé fún eléré wọ́n dẹ̀ ń bá tiwọn lọ nìyẹn.
Ṣùgbọ́n irú Davido báyìí àmọ́ ibi tóun ti rówó tiẹ̀ or let me say ibi tó ti ń rí owó tiẹ̀ à ń rí sọ̀rọ̀ mi yé yín a mọ̀ pé ọmọ onílé ọlá ọmọ onílé ọlọ́rọ̀ ni a rí a dẹ̀ rí pé ó ń ṣe iṣẹ́ olórin sọ̀rọ̀ mi yé yín a rí sọ̀rọ̀ mi mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ brọ́dà mi ẹni tó lọ ṣẹ́ṣọ́ owó yìí ṣé òòṣà tó fẹ́ gbé owó fún ṣé ó máa lówó tó Dangote.
In tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ lọ́ fẹ́ boost.
Èlò ni èlò fẹ́ fún ẹ.
In tó wà lọ.
I know what I was thinking about when I was 19. I know what I was thinking about when I was 18. I mean, of course, then the only thing was, you have to get an education, young man. If you get an education, you're going to have a brighter future, and that's what I stuck with. But the societal pressure, the societal values, the pressure increased, and the values dropped.
Yeah, and that's what my brother here, Eniola Dele, says. He said, because of societal pressure, most especially from a nuclear family to close associate, the youth do not believe in moral dignity and religion anymore. They rather worship fame and money, which is true.
They don't.
This is true.
They don't. And you see, the pressure is even worse when it comes from the nuclear and the religious angle. This Cherry, nuclear home, tó bá jẹ́ pé ibẹ̀ nìkan ni pressure ti ń wá. Kò bá yìí pay because ọmọ náà tó bá gbọ́ ló ń gbọ́ solace ẹ̀. He or she will find solace in the religion. Religion now in this case, for me, I mean, of course, we have to do our personal research and do our personal finding our own truth. Religion as it is not what it is supposed to be. It isn't. Because if you have a man of God telling you, wípé owó ẹ̀ máa dé lọ́dún yìí, ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ta fẹ́ mú yìí, owó tí o lérò á kún ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́, ẹ dúró ẹ ní sùúrù o, ẹ sà Olúwa ṣagbára dọ̀tun o. Nílùú òyìnbó
níbo ló ti fẹ́ wá.
bá a ṣiṣẹ́ last week o lè gbowó wíìkì yìí.
That's it. That is it. Ibi tí mo sọ wípé ká padà sí nìyẹn. That is the true religion.
Because
it places responsibility on you. You don't hide under any divine whatever. You work for money. So gbogbo receive. Bàbá kan bì. Ṣé ọkàn tí mo lọ tẹ́lẹ̀, bàbá yẹn kó school fees ẹ̀ lẹ̀. Nígbà tó ń sọ wípé as you go this week, iye tó bá fi lẹ̀ pé ó máa wà doubled, ọ̀nà máa là fún ẹran kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Bàbá this guy came back to the church office, ó wá béèrè owó. Wípé ọ̀sẹ̀ yẹn ti tán, òun ò rí nǹkan kan.
Màá dẹ́rìn kan pa yín.
So you can see that ìwọ̀nba náà la máa bú church mọ́, but individuals ńkọ́ ó sọ Ọlọ́run di casino.
No, ẹ mọ̀ pé ibi tí èèyàn bá ti ń wá òtítọ́ káàkiri wọ́n á gbé rọlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́.
The guarantee.
Rọ̀ mí yé yín. I listened to a lecture, or it wasn't a lecture, it was more like an interview. I don't know if you know him, Professor Dr. Peterson. It's a renowned Canadian psychologist. And he said it. Only you don't know how much people crave for validation. If you find somebody that is desperately craving it, if he finds it in the wrong quarter, he will stick by it. He will. If my joke, if you buy a lot, if you buy any want to nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi, ibẹ̀ ni màá dúró sí. Mi ò kí ẹ̀ nǹkan tẹ́yìn ọba máa sọ. We have seen it. I mean, nobody kò sẹ́ni tó nobody only pass. And I'm not going to stand here and start pointing fingers. No. But I know you pay gbogbo àwọn tá a ti dìbò fún ni. Because as a society as a whole, at large, the input determines the output. If you have a vibrant society, a youthful force, one that believes in labor, dignity, you will see how we are going to progress. Every progress yẹn máa yàtọ̀. Every ó máa yàtọ̀. But kí lorúkọ ẹ̀? If you have the reverse, you will see it. As the pressure goes up, the values go down. As the pressure goes up, the values go down. Unfortunately, there's no how is anybody going to report? Because the young boys that were caught in Abeokuta, I think it's in Ogun State recently, they claimed that they got it on social media. How are we going to report to Mark that Mark, this person is advertising, cut a head, if you finish cutting the head, do this, do that. If you do that, you are going to get money.
I said one thing one time. I said, look, gbogbo nǹkan tí àwọn èèyàn create, wọ́n create it with good intention.
Oh yeah.
How we use it is what makes that thing bad. Yes. So ẹni yóò create ẹ nísìnyí wípé kí ẹ wá máa fi propagate bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ pààyàn láti fi ṣòwò. No, nígbà tó ń create ẹ kò create ẹ fún yẹn.
Kò ṣe.
You understand? But àwọn kan nísìnyí wọ́n ti ṣìlò for that purpose.
Wọ́n yìí ṣìlò gan pàápàá olúwa.
Ìwọ wá mú ọmọ èèyàn ó ṣe lọ́rùn ẹ wá fẹ́ sún ẹ wá máa là bí oyin wà wá lówó ó ṣí èrè ni. wà máa là bí oyin wèrèwó.
It's a very funny situation that we found ourselves. But it's not funny after all. But at the risk of using words that what's it called is not accepted in the social parlance, I want us to just call it funny. It's ridiculous, utter ridiculousness. I think I can't believe it. You have, when you go to the outside world and you see how the society is channeling the energy of the youth of that society. Ta ni mo fẹ́ sọ tèmi fún ni màá máa sọ tí n bá débẹ̀. Ta mo fẹ́ wí tèmi fún.
If we keep going like this, you will see that amamashi láwẹ́ because I remember when we were in school, grasshopper ló máa ní ká máa name grasshopper ká máa name. Meanwhile àwọn China wọ́n kọ́ ọmọ wọn ní coding. fóònù tí ọ̀bọ disvirgin ọmọ mi fún bí ọmọ secondary school ló ṣe ń China fa. So even our educational curriculum is backward, is outdated. Kò bá ayé mu mọ́, kò move pẹ̀lú ayé mọ́. So at the end of the day, we're struggling to even compete. My brother, I have another. Don't go. Hold on the show because I have my sister on the show. She's a very interesting person. So some of the things she's gonna say would need you to respond to it. So Emma dá èmi nìkan dá. Auntie Kemi.
Ẹ káalẹ́ sà o.
Ẹ káalẹ́ ṣe wà pa o.
Mo wà dáadáa kú ètò.
Great to have you on the show. Thank you for making the effort to connect.
You're welcome, sir.
Ibi tá a bá dé rèé o.
Ẹ káalẹ́ sà. Ibi tá ẹ bá dé yìí náà ló ń jóhùn. Òun ló ń jóhùn, òun mo fi join because ìgbà míì wọ́n ní amúkun ẹrù ẹ̀wọ̀ nísàlẹ̀ lẹ́wọ̀ òkèlè ẹ̀wọ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀ sàlẹ̀. Kíní yìí kì í ṣe nǹkan tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń bẹ̀rẹ̀. Gbogbo ìgbà táwa náà wà ń bẹ̀ tá a wà ní school torí a máa ń rò pé nǹkan tí àwọn ọmọ yìí ṣe ń sìn ó yàtọ̀. But ó ń metamorphose ni. Kò sí anything tó yàtọ̀ ń bẹ̀.
Just changing form.
Ó kàn change form ni. Ìgbà tiwa bí ibi àlùtà ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Kọ́ọ̀tì nínú kámpọ́ọ̀sì. Tó fi di nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé lecturer máa fẹ́ ọmọ kó tó ta handout. Ó ní lady kan tó jẹ́ pé láàrin school gangan lèmi àti ẹ̀ ti jọ gbá ojú ara wa. Tí mo mọ̀ pé kò lè fìdí ìgò kọ́ kò ń jókòó school èyí tó ló ń ṣe. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ mo tó bá lẹ result ńgbà yẹn láì tẹ́ máa wo ṣé ni mo.
Ẹ máa lọ wo bọ́ọ̀dù ni.
Tí mo rí gbogbo kinní ẹ̀ báyìí tó jẹ́ mo ní báwo ló ṣe ṣe ó tún coincidentally Kẹ́mi náà lòun náà jẹ́ báwo ló ṣe ṣe tó fi gba gbogbo kinní yẹn tí mo ṣe pé.
Wọ́n lọ́mọ tó mọ wéè ló mọ̀ wéè.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ mi mo pe lecturer kan mo ní mo fẹ́ kọ́ fún pépà wa. Mo fẹ́ kọ́ fún pépà bó náà ti ń ṣe rẹ̀. Kìnìkan bí lady yẹn ṣe wá mọ̀ effrontery yẹn because ojú lecturer wọ́n fẹ́ rusticate mi fún nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yìí. But at the end of the day ìgbà tó máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ́tọ́ máa wí bọ̀ gbogbo wa náà la mọ̀ pé òun fẹ́ lecturer. So gbogbo àwọn ẹgbẹ́ lecturer tó ń fẹ́ gbogbo wọn náà jọ wà ní kákọ́ọ̀sì. Ìyàwó pàdí mi ni ó gbọ́dọ̀ gbà é.
Bá ń fún 75.
Àwa tá à ní lecturer tá à ń fẹ́ àá fi kándù kàwé àgbòrò àgbé ọ̀sán.
Gbára dúró.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àgbòrò àgbọ̀sán at the end of the day wọ́n á tún fi kanra mọ́ wa pàtúnra handout. Kí ni mo fẹ́ sọ nínú gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ni pé ẹ wá rí i pé àwọn parents gan technically wọ́n ń support àwọn system yẹn. Tẹ́ bá rántí ìgbà kan tá ń wá centers láti lọ ṣe GCE. A lọ sábúlé. Wọ́n ní wọ́n lọ bá ṣe.
Wọ́n máa sanwó àwọn.
Wọ́n á sanwó special kìíní nísìnyí ó ti di lẹ́gà ní nísìn legit ní láti san tẹ́ bá fẹ́ sanwó GCSE even school máa bí yín pé ṣé ẹ fẹ́ ṣe kìíní ni àfẹ́fẹ́ ṣe extra yẹn ni pé wọ́n mọ̀ lè gbà yín get question and answer. So there's 2-3 forms of GCSE payments in Nigeria operating now. And then the introductions of private schools ruined everything. As a matter of fact, I always say to people, whoever, which is Obasanjo, to allow private schools láti flourish, ó pẹ̀lú ẹni tó destroy system Nigeria completely. And you ask me how. Ṣé rí ìgbà tí private schools ti wá, ó jẹ́ kí law and order kó break down nínú gbogbo public school because àwọn tó lẹ́nu àwọn parent tó ní èkánná díẹ̀díẹ̀ tó lè fi họra tọmọ wọn lè ṣe nǹkan tó máa lólùbáwí wọ́n withdraw gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yẹn sí private school. So ó wá kó àwọn ọmọ táńtọ́ lọ́hùn nìkan nínú public. So at the end of the day kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn tó wà ní private school gan wọn ò tún wọ́n lè control àwọn tó wà ní private school because ó ti di kókó ọbẹ̀. So tọmọ bá ṣẹ̀ owó school rèé ẹ lé ọmọ lélẹ́yìí ó wá di pé kán máa fi ọwọ́ ra àwọn ọmọ lórí. Meanwhile àwọn tó wà ní public school náà ọgọ́ta owó aláàrú àpé bóun yẹn ṣe jàǹdùkú bóun yẹn ṣe pé kinní wọ́n á gbẹ̀gúsí wá sí classroom káwọn ọmọ máa pa ni.
wọ́n máa ṣe ẹ̀gúsí wọ́n máa pa kòkó ni.
So at the end of the day at both ends there is no education going on. Even people paying millions, they are just orchestrating results for them. I work closely with the education systems in Nigeria. I run a lot of programs with young people, and I can tell you categorically that the largest percentage of them, their result is doctored. Incident kan ṣẹlẹ̀ recently nísìn, wọ́n bí ọmọ síbí báyìí ní UK. Àwọn bàbá ẹ̀ wá nítorí pé ó fẹ́ máa ṣe gánjúgánjú wọ́n wá mú lọ sí Nàìjíríà. School tí wọ́n ti lọ fún enroll ẹ̀. School tó ti lọ enroll ẹ̀ sà, 1 million per term náà ń san. Ṣé mọ̀ pé nígbà tọmọ yẹn parí secondary school bí tó fẹ́ wá sí college bí wọ́n reject result yẹn. Wọn ò gbà. Ọmọ yẹn tún wá lọ ṣe pé kíní ó ti di 2 years tọmọ yẹn ti wà nínú system ní UK sí tí wọn absorb ẹ̀. So the challenge tọmọ yẹn ní sí ni pé ó ti wọ 20 kò lè padà sí secondary school àfi tó bá kàn fẹ́ lọ ṣe pé kíní ni because result tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ń sìn kò tó láti progress sí uni. And we have a lot of universities in the UK system. I don't know of any other country to jẹ́ pé àwọn results tó tẹ̀ ń gbé wá láti Nigeria, especially from those private institutions, they are not accepting them. Tẹ́ bá meet àwọn ọmọ yẹn gan, glorify secondary school children ni wọ́n. So when it now comes to behavioral issue, things that ìgbà tí tọ̀dọ̀ wa téèyàn máa wò pé a lè fi yan gangan téèyàn bá rọmọ tó ń gun mọ́tò ń gbà yẹn mọ́tò bá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí tí
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
ìtẹ́ máa fẹ̀yìntì tẹ́ máa ti kúrò nínú géètì
ó yọ gbé jáde ńlé ni wọ́n mọ̀ pé
òun náà ni tẹ́ máa ti kúrò nínú géètì kẹ́ tó lè ṣe ní chunchun tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé tóun bá délé lọ́jọ́ kejì ó máa face consequence ẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá rí obìnrin nígbà yẹn tó ń pààrọ̀ aṣọ déédéé ó ní bàbá àrítò kan bì kan ni. Gbogbo mobile phone gbogbo nǹkan wọn á dojúrú pátápátá. Mo pòwe kan gbà tí mo bèrè lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mo ní amókùn ẹrù ẹ wọ́. Ṣé rí àwọn politicians wa àwọn parents wọ́n ti jẹ ọjọ́ ọ̀la generations mọ́ ti wọn. And the epidemic that is currently in that system, tí intervention bá wà immediately, maybe in another 50 years, and they erode their way.
You are not right. You are not wrong.
Because the damages tó ti wà caused, nísìnyí ni pé 75% of the children that are being born now, kò sí value fún wọn mọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kò sí ẹ̀ sí òbí tó ní capability láti train ọmọ láti wà productive. Ní ìgbà ayé títí wa àwa a ṣì rí ọlá àwọn bàbá tó ń rí free education àwọn tó ní discipline láti tame wa. Nísìnyí àwọn street mommy yọpí daddy náà wà ń gbòòrò àwọn gan ò mọ bí táwọn gan dojúkọ wọn ò mọ bí so kò sí ẹni tó ń kọ́ ọmọ kankan nínú system religion or no religion ṣe rí ẹbọ náà ń ṣe ẹbọ àwọn pásítọ̀ yẹn wọ́n wo wà dáadáa wọ́n wo Áfíríkà kì í ṣe Nàìjíríà nìkan a kàn máa ń rò pé wọ́n gba Christianity wọ́n gba Islam ní no tẹ́ ẹ bá wò dáadáa ìbọ̀rìṣà yẹn náà sì ń ṣe because tẹ́ ẹ bá wo ìlànà Muslim tẹ́ ẹ wo ìlànà Christian ẹ rí i pé wọ́n cleverly mú àwọn èèyàn wọ́n gbé wọn mọ́ra ni ìwọ má worry ìwọ ṣáà sọ pé o jẹ́ Christian o lè máa ṣẹbọ ẹ lọ òun dẹ fi máa rí ẹni tó ń lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì even wòlíì gan gbogbo náà ní babaláwo tẹ bá mọ̀ dáadáa tó bá ṣe pé kinní wá ní kẹ́ fẹsẹ̀ létọ̀
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ fẹsẹ̀ létọ̀
on that same breath tí wọ́n ti ń sọ fún yín pé kẹ́ fẹsẹ̀ létọ̀ yẹn náà ni wọ́n máa sọ fún yín in Jesus name everything will be okay so èwo lẹ fẹ́ kí n ṣe nú ẹ̀ kí n fẹsẹ̀ létọ̀ àbí kí n ṣe in Jesus name. And all these things are allowed within the church. They are allowed within the mosque. Ẹ wo incident àwọn ọmọ píníṣí méjì tán sọ fún gẹ́rí ọmọ kan sínú kòkò kan tí ò ṣe é gbọ́. They are Muslim ṣe mọ́ nìkan nù wọn àfáà ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni
àwọn ilé kéwú ni wọ́n.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So ó ti in fact mo fẹ́ lè sọ pé àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn ìbílẹ̀ gan-an wá ní morals jù sí torí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀
mi nípa fún tẹ bá wo show yìí láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ I mentioned it kò sí onífàgídí babaláwo onífàgídí tẹ́ ẹ lọ bá ń pé kó bá yín ṣe òṣòlẹ̀ wọn ò ní ṣe fún yín wọ́n á preach hard work wọ́n á preach patience fún yín ni they don't do it.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣe rí ṣùgbọ́n ebi ó ti jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn dẹ̀já èèwọ̀. Kò sówó tá a fi raṣọ kò sówó tá a fi sanwó ilé kò sówó tá a fi jẹun ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tó bá níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ tó ní ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé oúnjẹ ọ̀sán àbí talẹ́ òun ni wọ́n máa fi wèrè lọ tí ò ní ṣe. Even àwọn tó ní a bit of value ṣé mo bí ibi tí poverty dé nínú country yẹn èèyàn máa fẹ́ lọ ṣe nǹkan burúkú báyìí á tún forúkọ Jésù àforúkọ Ọlọ́run tì lẹ́yìn ni.
ẹ máa fi tí ni o ẹ máa fi gbáǹdì ni o.
wọ́n á dẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run ṣáà dáríjì mi mo fẹ́ àfẹ́ṣe kan ẹ ti rí aṣẹ́wó tó ń gbàdúrà pé ìwọ Ọlọ́run jọ ṣàtẹ̀jẹ̀ ń rí tèmi ìṣe òkúkú mọ̀ torí you understand.
ẹ wo fídíò àwọn skipper tó ń pray kan tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ show lálẹ́.
òun ni mò ń sọ kíní yẹn ti wà so ó ti ń di nǹkan tó ti ń di normal. tẹ́ bá wo gbogbo orí Instagram sìn tẹ́ wo TikTok tẹ́ wo gbogbo ẹ̀ ìjọ mi máa wò títí báyìí máa wò pé ìwọ Ọlọ́run Sodom àti Gomora gan ṣe báyìí tó ike
ó máa ga. kò ní ìdí kéèyàn lọ sí porn site mọ́ mi ní parọ́ fún yín kò ní ìdí ẹ̀ mọ́
àti gbogbo àwọn téèyàn tí ẹ̀
wọ́n gbé wá káwa mọ́lé ni.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà competition ló tún fi ń ṣe mí wọ́n bẹ́yìn ọkùnrin ṣe ń survive.
kò yé èmi gan wò ẹ máa ó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ máa káàánú wa ń pé báwo la ṣe ṣe.
èmi máa ń sọ fọ́kọ mi máa ní báwo lẹ ṣe ń ṣe o báwo lẹ ṣe ń ṣe ìwé wa ní pé kìí ṣe ẹ máa ń lẹ nǹkan mọ́ àbí ẹ máa ń ka sáàmù rìn ni àbí.
ṣẹ́rí téèyàn bá ń deny lèèyàn máa wò ó pé báyà gbogbo kíyàn exist àbí èèyàn yọ nísìnyí báyìí just have to come to terms with it and then build
because bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń rí ìdílé ẹ̀rọ mú bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń rí ìdílé ẹ̀rọ mú bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń rí ìdílé ẹ̀rọ mú wọ́n tó rọ̀ sí yín kàkà.
ọ̀gá ọ̀làwọ̀n ṣe skit look at what they do. I don't get it.
Nǹkan tí mo sọ náà nìyẹn.
Lórí kò nídìí but nǹkan wọ́n ti wọ́n báyìí pé ẹ̀rí mi báyìí gbogbo àríṣe dàbí lápàtàpátá gbogbo àríṣe kìíní bẹ́ẹ̀ náà máa ẹ kúrọ̀jú o wà láàyè ẹ kúrọ̀jú o ẹ kúrọ̀jú o lọ́ọ̀. No. Ọgbọ̀gbọ̀ látọ̀ rẹ̀rìn yìí ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé kò easy kéèyàn tó rí ìtójó lábẹ́ kéèyàn tó rí ìtójó lábíyá nínú ọ̀dà ìṣẹ́jú márùn-ún náà èèyàn tún ti rí ìtógbe tí ó jí ṣòro ìtógbe pẹ̀lẹ́bẹ́ kò easy ọkọ̀ lẹ́gùn. Àǹtí Kẹ́mi níbi ìjẹta ó yà pé mò ń bá yẹn kan sọ mo á sọ fún ẹnìyẹn pé mo nígbà tí à ń grow up pé kó o tó rí nípò obìnrin ta á jẹ́ pé ẹni tó ń fọmọ lọ́mú but bọ́n ṣe dìímú gan kó tó rí gan wàá máa nọrùn wàá máa ṣe bá but nísìnyí
ọ̀gá mi ò mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe
o wọ́n fi gún wa lẹ́nu pé wò ó.
ṣe rí ibi tó tẹ̀ tún wá burú sí ni pé bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀wò wọn kò sí ní ibo lẹ yíjú sí tẹ̀ẹ̀rí. àti ibi tó wá burú sí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé àti single o àti semi single o àti married àti married pretending o gbogbo wọn ní nǹkan kan náà ìka kan ò tiẹ̀ wá wọ anybody ń dì mọ́ ẹ wá ní kọ́mọ gbọ́ràn
ṣẹ́rí tó dùn mí ni wípé ṣẹ́rí gbogbo nǹkan tí àwọn West òyìnbó tó ń try láti expunge from their society tó ń try láti get rid of làwa ń gbà bí ọ̀làjú.
nítorí recycling ni.
Indecent dressing gbogbo kìíní every all the time àwọn òyìnbó they walking towards.
tẹ́ bá wo Sky News
they want to get rid of
gbogbo news channel because these are the things tẹ́ bá wo bí 4 years ago ẹ lè rí newscaster tó máa wọṣọ tó máa ní cleavage but láti last year ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pay attention across majority of UK channels their women dresses now with clothes that goes beyond the knee. Kò dẹ̀ ní coverage kò ní kíní cleavage tó máa fi ń yọ gbogbo kíní yẹn wọ́n ti ń padà ṣẹ́rí but wọ́n lè padà àwọn ń rí ṣe mọ̀ pé research ń lọ nílùú yìí they are seeing a lot of things data tí wọ́n lè fi take a certain decision pé let's change this course. Unfortunately ṣẹ́rí ó dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà àbí Africa sí Western world ó dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ Tòkunbọ̀ Káà ni. Ṣé mọ̀ pé tán bá ti lò dé bí bóyá 10 years 15 years náṣẹ́ ẹ̀dá sí Africa recycling ni until tó bá dẹ̀ parí lifespan ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ yẹn manufacturer ò lè gbé mi lọ. So ọ̀rọ̀ pé exposure kankan yẹn náà báwọn eléyìí bá ti gbà wèrè ẹ̀ tó ti recycle dópin wọ́n á dà sí Africa ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá máa wọ́n á ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa ṣàyọ̀nú ẹ̀. The sad thing though is sometimes I do reflect why is it that àti ẹ̀ lè jókòó ká ronú pé this is our way this is what we want to do that is everything tabari la fẹ́ copy. Gbogbo pé ìgbà tá a ṣì kéré tí mi ò bá ní gbà yín lákòókò nígbà tí mo wà ní poli ni mo lọ ìgbà tí mo wà ní HND2 ẹ mọ ṣe túrà. Ní cosmate ní kan bá ní pé nítorí mo ní pimples ó máa lọ ní tó bá ti lè fi ṣe báyìí ó máa lọ kinní kan mo kó ní sódà mú túrà mo bá lò lèmi náà bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí first time tí máa kọ́kọ́ wọ jíǹsì ni mo bá gbé báàgì mi ni mo bá ń lọlé báyìí orí báńkọ́nì ní dáàdì mi dúró sí lónìí tó bá bí ẹ̀dá kẹrẹsẹ̀ ẹnu lè.
wọlé bí.
ẹ wá mọ nǹkan tí mo ṣe mo wá wò pé kí ni mo ṣe o luckily for me ilé tí mọ́ mi ò jìnnà sílé dáàdì mi mo bá yí padà mo bá lọ jókòó síta nílé bàbá ilé mọ́ mi kò kúkú sí yàrá tí máa wọ̀ ńbẹ̀ màámi náà ṣẹ̀ wá gbẹ̀ǹkùlé wá bá mi pé Kẹ́mi ṣó lọ abóra níbora
ni tó dáhùn mi ni o.
Oh my
mo lọ ṣe tí mo fi wẹ̀ ní kíní kan ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ yóò máa ń ṣe kékeré.
I can just imagine.
Nígbà tí wọ́n dẹ̀jà allow mi kí n wọlé níṣẹ́ ni mo rò pé mo ti escape irọ́ burúkú tẹlẹ́ṣù nígbà tó di bí aago 12 sí aago 1 ni bàbá mi bá jí mi làwọn àti màmá mi bá fi mí sáàárín lọ̀rọ̀ yìí bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìwọ ẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé kọ́tẹ̀ wọn ló ń nà mí ni ìbá ṣe mọ̀ pé ó máa wà straight forward wọ́n wá ń fi mí ṣe bọ́ọ̀ tí bàbá mi bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tó bá ti fẹ́ rẹ bàbá mi díẹ̀ báyìí màmá mi á kàn dá sí i orúkọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn á kàn tún lé sí i wọ́n sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn títí di nǹkan bíi 4:30 a.m.
Whoa, iṣẹ́ òru ló fi ṣe.
I'm telling you now you tell me how can I forget that?
That's gonna be hard.
Everything they said was so harsh but lẹ́yìn yìí in fact tẹ́ bá ní kí n máa sọ àwọn for instance màmí àní bó jẹ́ manage ló fẹ́ ṣe bó jẹ́ marriage méjèèjì ni mo wà bẹ́ẹ̀ fún ẹ ṣáà má padà wá bí as in àwọn kó jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó yẹ pé when you are now alone that even when I go into this country and I'm alone, you can still hear those words echoing
Oh,
in my mind.
those
Where
were like
are those parents now?
words were like those words were like the workbook you used when you got here.
Exactly.
They were the workbook you used.
You know, and nǹkan tí mo wá ń sọ nìyẹn pé àwọn parents ìsinyìí gan, àwọn gan ò ní value, wọn ò ní self discipline débi tó tiẹ̀ lè bọ́mọ sọ̀rọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, torí ọmọdé ló tún ń bímọ.
Àwọn gan
Ẹbí
ló
ẹ̀kọ́
tún
sì
gbọ́
máa
bùkátà
tọ́jú ló
àwọn
tún ń
òbí.
bímọ.
Àwọn Ṣàgámù lèmi ti wá, ní Ṣàgámù sìn yahoo gbèlè o, a ní association of mothers of yahoo.
She said egbele o.
Mo serious o, it's so bad. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ṣiṣẹ́ owó gan, tiẹ̀ wọn tiẹ̀ ojú ń ti owó níbi tí ojú ń ti iṣẹ́ gidi.
And that's what my sister here says. Yeti said, but for longest time, we believed in morals. And we saw people who upheld morals get nothing but shame. So, like they say, now who know road you go follow. Yeti rinsing.
But ẹ̀rí road tó ń follow yẹn, àwọn ọmọ yẹn ń kú gan.
Àwọn máa máa kú because ọ̀nà parun ni kì í ṣe right ọ̀nà, wọ́n máa kú. Guarantee ni mi nípa
àwọn òbí òkè wá dúró kí ọmọ sin àwọn kí àwọn òbí ló ń sin ọmọ ń sìn. A ní ó ṣàti kọ́lé lẹ̀.
Wọ́n máa kú ni eléyìí ṣe ń pé kinní because ọ̀nà parun ni wọ́n kán kádàrá lójú ni.
Ó ní kan báyìí tó jẹ́ pé popular bingo ni ó máa ń gbó ni.
Èmi náà mo gbọ́ yẹn tó bá ti ń gbóbọ̀ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ àmà pariwo owó ń bọ̀.
My goodness.
Kò dẹ̀ síbi tí ó lè jẹ́ pàtí ó lè jẹ́ gbòòrò ló ti máa mú, a máa gbó gidi bí ajá.
Ibi tó bá ti mú báyìí ó máa gbó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
My goodness.
Top money.
I mean, these are things that nígbà tá a kéré téèyàn bá ń gbọ́ inú eré ìtàgé ni. And that is another thing.
Eré ìtàgé.
Eré ìtàgé ni bíi pé wọ́n lọ sọ pé Fádèyí ṣe nǹkan kan àbí Abìjàwàrà ló ṣe nǹkan báyìí. And then ìyẹn á máa wò pé báwo ló ṣe. You understand? You never even think close to pé these things are real or they could be real in any way.
A ti ń ṣe fíìmù báyọ̀, ó ti di real life o.
And àwọn Nollywood kìíní yẹn in fact tó bá ní mo di president lẹ́ni àwọn Nollywood yẹn máa kọ́kọ́ tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ kó wọn sínú yàrá kan ìtí máa fi gbẹ́ ṣòro máa ṣe ìtí máa ṣe pé kìíní.
No, but but Emma Bino and Sister Yemi, I don't think they are to be blamed though. Because the truth of the matter is what art does. Art is a reflection of what is either going on in our society, what is lacking in it, and how to provide solution to it. Jeremy, Omale, for instance, I don't know which popular show you watch in the United Kingdom, but Omale Ketori inú show yẹn wípé èèyàn fẹ́ lọ wo iṣẹ́ ní London. That's the same thing in the United States. It's going to be very hard.
I agree with you, but the thing is, they can write the story to reflect a narrative of what the society should be.
Yes, nǹkan tá à ń sọ nìyẹn. Their story should be centered on what you want to project.
Or rehabilitating people's mind.
But I think they do.
Now, they are glorifying these boys. They are glorifying them because at the end of the day, ẹni tó fẹ́ produce film tó jẹ́ Yahoo ló sponsor ẹ̀.
Yes, kò ní lè sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa. Yes.
Ẹni tó fẹ́ ṣe pé ó lọ sí political office tó jẹ́ Yahoo ló sponsor ẹ̀ àbí Yahoo ló ń lò as machinery. How can you correct them?
Wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ́ra wọn.
Wọ́n mọ́ra wọn now. Now we have Yahoos nínú government. There's a documentary about the Black Eyes Acts tó wà lórí YouTube tí máa yìí Mark Job ṣe. I just initiated a GoFundMe fún woman yẹn tó pa ọkọ ẹ̀ nínú documentary yẹn ó yẹ lórí BBC. You understand? And you just realize that this thing, in fact, about what documentary, I strongly recommend it, Mr. Vogue, that you see this particular, you will see how deep the system, the society has gone. It's still on YouTube. You just need to type black ass. It's like a 2 hours documentary and it is real raw. Realize pé at the end of the day, nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí, òun mo yẹ sọ pé amókùn ẹrù ẹwọ, nǹkan tá à ń sọ òrèfé là ń rí. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yẹn tó ń lùlù, ẹni tó ń lùlù fún wọn wà ní odò
gangan. Wọ́n wà nísàlẹ̀ omi.
Ó wà nísàlẹ̀ omi, wọn ò dá operate. Nǹkan tá a kàn ń rí bíi flowers tó ń so lórí igi là ń rí ìtàkùn ẹ̀ gangan, àwọn ìtàkùn gangan, they are in the government.
So kí wá ni ẹ̀yin rò pé ó jẹ́ solution nígbà tẹ́ ti mọ̀ pé ìtàkùn wà nísàlẹ̀ ìsìn? Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní tí wọ́n bá pa igi wọ́n máa ń pa láti gbòǹgbò ni, because tẹ́ bá kàn gégi tẹ́ ẹ̀ pa gbòǹgbò ẹ̀ igi yẹn ò tí ì kú o.
ṣe rí solution kan ṣo tó wà níbẹ̀ is tí àwọn elite the well educated tó bá come out in mass in the government, it doesn't mean they will not be corrupted in terms of embezzlement, but some of these abnormalities will be curbed. Right now, what we are having in Nigerian government especially are thugs. Is the Yahoo taking over, and it started when they started using these thugs as political machineries. Now, what's in metamorphose? Gbogbo àwọn tó lò wọ́n lára wọn ti kú, lára wọn ti kúrò power, wọ́n ti empower wọn.
Right. Wọ́n replace ara wọn ni.
So àwọn náà ti ní confidence láti lọ sí government. Ìgbà táwa grow, orú àwọn MC orú ọmọ yẹn wọn ò lè gbóòórùn ibi tí ilé ìjọba wà. Kẹ́mi dúró kí MC orú ọmọ máa dúró kóun náà máa ṣe pé kíní. I mean, it's an insult. It is an insult.
Oh my goodness.
But these are the people the society now celebrates.
We project the worst.
Exactly.
And every projection we give to these people is a sort of validation.
Ẹni tó wà responsible kan nísìnyí kò lè lọ síbi tó ti fẹ́ vote calmly. Àwọn wèrè yìí náà máa gbébọn tí tó máa ṣe pé kíní tó, you know. So it starts from if there's a man, tàbá rí àwọn youth, it's not even youth, but the well-learned people who are well-cultured, at least means up 100%, even kò jẹ́ 60%. Like I know few tó yọjú síta tó yẹ pé èèyàn tẹ̀ ṣe lè relate ẹ̀ mọ̀, tó jẹ́ pé irú ẹ̀yin irú èmi orú ọ̀nkú tó wà tá ṣe lè bá figagbága lórí platform. Àwọn tó wà ní political community, you cannot even enter into debate with them. You cannot even enter into dialogue with them. They are so shallow. They don't even have a clue.
That's why the stranglehold that they have on the system, they wouldn't let go.
Exactly. Because listen, you should know that be mafia world.
Oh, that's what it is. It's not like what that be.
So
that's what it is.
What táwa dẹ̀ ṣe ń sìn ni pé ó ṣe náà dàbí pé wọ́n gba feeding bottle tí wàá ń sìn takàn jẹ. Àwọn dẹ̀ ń jẹ chicken, wọ́n ń jẹ gbogbo nǹkan tó yẹ kán jẹ níbi tó wà.
Sister Yamina, let me just what's it called? Cushion that point you just made. So I was having a conversation with my brothers on the platform because we are spread around the world, both in back home too. So an argument came from one of the social media outfits that the Nigerians should choose the lesser of two evils. Money. Why do you even want to choose the evil in the first place? Why? They said money called that. Olo ofe lo díẹ̀ nú ẹ̀. kí ló fẹ́ fi ṣe.
uncle ṣẹ́yìn lè lọ sí politics ní Nàìjíríà.
Nigeria politics is not for me. The way it is
So
right now.
And this is the problem. This is the problem.
No, because you see, the thing is, politics in Nigeria is for the money bags.
And ẹ̀yẹ máa explain.
No, a máa dáwó. Ṣé tá bá dáwó ńkọ́?
Àwọn apààyàn sí ìṣòwò nìkan. Wọ́n máa bá wọn pààyàn.
Irọ́
bó ṣe ìdọ̀lẹ́ nídìí bó ṣe kidney gbogbo a máa donate.
Wọ́n á sọ fún yín pé ẹni tó máa dèèyàn á jẹ́ èèyàn.
Irọ́ ibi tá a tún já sí ìwà kọjá agbára.
Nǹkan tí politics nǹkan tó sọ́dí nìyẹn because à ń wo àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn yahoo yìí nsìn they are machineries. Tí politics tí ẹ̀ẹ́rì nísìnyí tí election bọ̀ nsìn ẹ̀ẹ́rì pé èèyàn máa miss gan. Àwọn boys yìí dẹ̀ náà àwọn lálápàtà.
Àǹtí ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ story fún yín true life story. Ẹ pé mo sọ ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ show mi pé mo ní mo pàdé ọ̀gbẹ́ni kan few years ago.
Right.
Ẹgbẹ́ ni wá ṣùgbọ́n ní ìrìn àjò tó ti rìn láyé téèyàn bá débi ẹ̀rù àbá o. Ó sọ àwọn kankan fún tó yẹ pé jìnnìjìnnì bò mí. So
bọ́mọ náà dà.
Lálẹ́ ẹjọ́ kan wọ́n ń jáde ní Third Mainland Bridge ó dà pé báyọ̀kọ̀ break down or something. So lálẹ́ ló wá rí bí àwọn mọ́tò yẹn tó ń tò tẹ̀lé àwọn tó ń tanná tó ń bọ̀ gan tó ń sáré bọ̀ tó wọ́n gbà wọ́n ṣe ń bọ̀ yìí gangan wọ́n ṣáà drive kọjá òun ń park síwájú pàtó bọ́lẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ ní ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ wọ́n wá bọ́lẹ̀ nu mọ́tò ó wá yí sábẹ́ ọkọ̀ because he wasn't sure
what was coming
ló ń bọ̀ ó wá bọ́ sábẹ́ mọ́tò kúkú ẹ̀ kankan so wọ́n wá síbi ọkọ̀ ẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe everything and everything like that and they left. Nígbà tán lọ tán wọ́n wá padà sí mọ́tò tí wọ́n wájú wọ́n wá mú ọmọ kan jáde nínú mọ́tò yẹn. Ó ní wọ́n dẹ̀ bẹ́ orí ẹ̀ báyìí.
Olúwa mi o.
Tí ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń yọ lọ́rùn ẹ̀ ṣùṣùṣùṣùṣù báyìí. The big man tó wà nínú mọ́tò yẹn a politician he came out of the car ó bọ́ sábẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn ó dẹ̀ fi ń wẹ̀. Bàtọ́ ṣe tán wọ́n dẹ̀ ti gẹ́ yẹn tán bẹ́ orí ẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ti sínú okùn yẹn and they drove off.
Jú ẹ̀ bá ti warn mi pé tí story yìí ń lọ lílé báwo yẹ fẹ́ sùn lálẹ́ ìbáyìí.
Kò nọ́mà. This is what we are dealing with.
It's a sorry case, really. It is a sorry case.
This is what we are dealing with.
It's a sorry case. It's a sorry case.
And that's why tó jẹ́ pé àwọn people yìí ẹ pariwo látẹ̀ní dọ̀la wọ́n ti wọ igbó ọ̀dájú.
Ẹni kéèsì wọ́n ti wọ demorage.
Kò sí kankan.
Kéèsì wọ́n ti wọ demorage. Honestly, àfi téèyàn bá kàn ń gbèrè lẹ́mìí gbóná. Òun mo ṣe sọ pé.
Mo tiẹ̀ fẹ́ béèrè pé iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe ní tá à ń sọ bí ṣé ẹ̀rù pa kan waste time ara wa ṣá.
Inú ó dá ká máa sọ á wà lákọọ́lẹ̀.
In the scheme of things ṣé ẹ̀rù pa kan waste time ara wa.
No.
Èmi ò ní rò bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé ṣẹ́rí in another 10 years 20 years yeah all these things will still be a reference. Bó ti wà látìtì kan ṣe ń bẹ nísinsìnyí kọ́lọ̀ má jẹ́ kó máa rí bẹ́ẹ̀ títí ayé ni ẹ má jẹ́ ká fìyẹn kún kó má máa rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣé ó ti yẹ yín sìn because you know sometimes wọ́n ní téèyàn ò bá ṣubú èèyàn ní mọ bó ṣe máa dìde. Kọ́lọ̀ ń kàn fún wa ní mẹ̀sáyà tó lè gbélu yẹn dìde ni. At the moment àtọba àtìjòyè àtàláàfà àtàládùúrà àtòbí everybody ló ti nípìn nínú ẹ̀.
Oh yeah.
Mo rí comment kan lórí kíní stream yẹn lẹ́yìn orí Facebook lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé ẹni tí ò fẹ́ ṣe gan nígbà tó bá dójú ẹ̀ á ṣe You know, sometimes ago, I used to criticize people. Wọ́n fún yín ní kíní noodles, ẹ̀dẹ̀ ló ń vote. Wọ́n fún yín ní kíní kan, ẹ̀dẹ̀ ló ń ṣe. Until, I think about 4 years ago, there's this childhood friend of mine. He started well. He has an electronic shop, and things were really going on for him very well. Unfortunately, he had an accident, and he broke his leg.
Whoa.
And in the bid pé kán rí nǹkan kan ṣe sẹ́sẹ̀,
Right.
he lost his business.
Because he was just pouring money into it.
Yes. So recently, I went home and I saw him. And tó yẹ pé gbà tí mo ti lọ lé tẹ́lẹ̀ rí àtijọ́ ríra tó jẹ́ pé you can see ẹ̀dẹ̀mọ̀ Naija téèyàn bá wà average tó ń lé okay, you can tell.
Yeah.
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ti di ọ̀rá ìsà.
Wow.
The thing has impacted him so much tó jẹ́ pé ó ti ní mental breakdown. Ṣé mo pẹ́ ní tí ò tí ì rí ọlá rí, ó yàtọ̀ sẹ́ni tó ti ní rí tí ò ní rí. And then everything happening within a short span of time. Ló bá káwọ́ sókè. In fact, àwọn tó ń ṣọ̀rá ìsà ló ṣòdì wọn ṣètò. I felt sad. I felt so sad. What on earth? Look at the system we have here. Bó bá tiẹ̀ sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ nù, wọ́n á sì bá maintaining health there.
Then.
Yeah.
Then.
There will still be some things tó jẹ́ pé wọn ò ní jẹ́ kó lose dignity ẹ̀ tán bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. This is a graduate we are talking about. Kì í ṣe bó ṣọ̀lẹ bó ṣe ṣe tán báyìí bó ṣe ṣe pé kíní mi ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ kíní àwọn recharge card yẹn ló fi bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ó dẹ̀ gbéra gidi tó ní ṣọ̀pẹ̀ tó ń ta fóònù tó ń ta àwọn electronics, you know, and it was fine. And then life, ibẹ̀ yẹn gangan ni mo ti coin ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pé life happens.
Life happened to him.
Because certain times we look at people, they want to do well, they want to prosper. Let's reflect on the many people that we went to school together. The brilliant ones. Téèyàn mọ̀ pé nígbà tá a wà ní school gan, wọ́n ní big aspiration. Ṣé system yẹn actually allow wọn láti flourish? I was having a discussion with some group of men, and I said to them, I said, listen, let's be less critical about these people because at the end of the day, thank God we are here. Can you wà nínú system here? Have we ever thought, will I do better? Ẹni tó bá ní oúnjẹ, tẹ́bí bá ń pa, tó bá rí ẹ̀bà jẹ, òun ló lè kọ jollof rice.
Fact.
Tí ebi bá ń pa èèyàn, téèyàn bá ní ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé koté, tó bá rò ní kitchen á ní àbàyà, tó bá rò ní chicken á ní àbàyà ẹ̀.
Yeah, because of course something huge. Something huge is coming.
Exactly. But the bottom line is, these people wọn tiẹ̀ ní ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé kankan. Ẹlòmíì jẹ tàárọ̀ kò mọ bí talẹ́ ṣe máa wá kò mọ bí tàárọ̀. Àwọn ọmọ ń wojú ẹ̀, ìyàwó ń wojú ẹ̀. Look at so many men in that system tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ṣe pé kíní, they can't even marry. There was this guy tó jẹ́ pé ó ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé kíní pé masturbation nìkan ló kọ̀ ń kù.
Cheapest option nìyẹn o, ìyá mi.
No, but honestly, because certain times ẹ mọ̀ pé
ìyẹn gan kó máa jẹun o, tó máa yẹ pé òyì máa kọ àkànnà lẹ́njọ́ kan.
Ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn kókó wà tó jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn ń daṣọ bò. Ẹlòmíì ti kú sáyé.
And àwọn nǹkan tẹ́mi fẹ́ máa tọwọ́ bọ̀ lórí show yìí nìyẹn. Mi ì fẹ́ ká parọ́ fúnra wa. Mo fẹ́ ká máa ká tú nǹkan síta ká lè mọ bí tá a
ní. Àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀, wọ́n lọ ṣe president street, wọ́n ṣe pé kinní, wọ́n ṣe kinní kan kinní. Irọ́ burúkú tẹlẹ́ṣù. Irọ́ burúkú tẹlẹ́ṣù ìyá ẹlòmíì ẹni ló fi ń sùn. You understand? The system is so. I travel a lot to Nigeria, at least twice in a year. And I see things because I go deep. I don't just go into I go into the rural areas and see the way people are living. Even in people's eyes, you can see the hunger. Ṣẹ́ni tẹ́bí ń pa lẹ máa wá gbé lẹ máa wá wọn ò tiẹ̀ bínú mọ́. Ẹ wo ẹni tó bá lọ́nà àbáyọ lá bínú olówó. Ẹni oúnjẹ yìí oúnjẹ ọ̀tá mi Ọlọ́run má jẹ ń jẹ. Ṣọ́ọ̀rẹ́ gbé tiẹ̀ lẹ̀.
Ṣọ́ọ̀rẹ́ gbé tiẹ̀ bí.
Because these are hard truths that we need to be, to be saying to ourselves. We see, Uncle me, ìyà wà.
Oh yes.
I like how we are balancing it now. Because
ìyà tó máa mú èèyàn báyìí tá a dúró tọ́lọ́kadà máa hàn tí ò ní gbọ́. Ìyà ń yà èèyàn ń wèrè ń kú. Ìyà.
Because it means tẹ́ bá wo gbogbo discussion tí mo ṣe earlier, you would see that I've only spoken from the point of an ideal situation. But now you have brought a different dimension to it now. There's poverty in the land. And téèyàn bá wà nínú situation yẹn téèyàn bá lóun ò lè ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ ọjọ́ kẹyìn á wò báyìí wá wókè wá wulẹ̀ wá wá pé ò bọ́ ẹ́.
Àní èèyàn fẹ́ ṣe gan èèyàn fẹ́ ṣe àkọ́kọ́ kúnlẹ̀ wá gbàdúrà pé wọn náà ṣàdáríjì ni. Ìdáríjì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ téèyàn bá wá tọrọ lẹ́ẹ̀kínní lẹ́ẹ̀kejì tó bá dẹ̀ kẹta ó ti di bárakú.
Kò tiẹ̀ ní tọrọ mọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ó ti di normal. Àwọn òpó lọ́wọ́ understand lẹ́kàn máa gbọ́ God understand.
Ó dàbí ìgbà téèyàn kéré ni náà ni má dédìí ẹran yẹn o. Ẹ ṣe fi òróró dé ẹran tó ṣe yọ̀kọ̀tọ̀ tẹ wá ní má dédìí ẹ̀. Ẹbí yàn lóun gbọ́. Nígbà bá jíjẹ lẹ́ẹ̀kínní tẹ́ẹ̀ka mi tó bá dẹ̀ kejì tí mo mú tó bá máa fi dẹ̀ kẹta máa ti mọ expert tí màá fi mọ ibi tí màá ti mú tẹ́ẹ̀ ní mọ̀ náà. And these are the things that is really going on. Ìyàwó ilé tó lọ ń ṣaṣẹ́wó. Káwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ lè jẹun, ọkọ ẹ̀ má lè ẹ̀ náà.
Ọkọ tún máa le gan yéèpà.
Kí lè sọ yóò máa mọ̀ náà.
I mean, and that actually weighs both sides though.
Okay, mo fẹ́ bèrè kankan lọ́wọ́ yín sìn. Mo fẹ́ sọ nǹkan fún yín sìn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà yìí. Kò sówó lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ lọ́mọ méjì nù ni. Ìyàwó yín náà kò sówó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ẹ dẹ̀ jọ ń wojú ọmọ. Ẹ wá rí i pé ìyàwó yín yẹn rìnrìn kékeré ó dẹ̀ wá dé. Ẹ rí i pé ó gbé gàrí wálé. Inú oúnjẹ yẹn náà Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ọjọ́ àwọn àdúrà kan wà lé pé ó yẹ kéèyàn máa gbà dáadáa káwọn ìyá èèyàn gan máa gbà fọ́mọ. Ìṣẹ́ tá a mú ni jóúnjẹ ọ̀tá ẹni Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ó gbé dé bá wa. Ọkùnrin yẹn gan máa tún ṣe thank God níbi tó bá sùn sí lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì ni pé at least àwọn ìjẹun fún lálẹ́. And these are the conditions tí àwọn èèyàn fi ń live in Nigeria. That is why you see a lot of women tí wọ́n behave recklessly. Àwọn ọkùnrin náà dẹ̀ kúkú ti wá gba kámú.
And I think this poverty is deliberate. They're using it now as a weapon, so that anytime somebody need the favor from the masses, they just have to give them, something. Kan kékeré kan sí wọn ni láti mú wọn ṣe nǹkan tí wọ́n bá fẹ́, and that is why they would not, correct this.
Joe, sorry, Emma Bino. When you and I, Bata Timo Ta Kokobe, we're talking about how systematic the disenfranchisement has, how they deployed it. I listened to what's his name, Dele Farotimi one time, and he was able to unbox what Sister Yemi said, that he blames Obasanjo for how our educational system, how we lost it, because he introduced some very funny policies why he did it, he knows best. I mean, I now, Sherry poverty yẹn, style ni. Style. Ẹ mọ̀ pé nígbà tá nílé when we're growing up, even till now, tí n bá rí mọ́tò sójà máa yà fún ni ṣáà bá tiẹ̀ lọ mi ò fẹ́ wàhálà. Yàrá mi yẹn. But ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó funny. Ṣé mọ̀ nǹkan tó funny? Ẹ rántí ìgbà lockdown tí àwọn Nigerians discover warehouse tí wọ́n fún tán kó oúnjẹ sí. Ṣé gbàgbé pé àwọn sójà ló ń ṣọ́ àwọn warehouses yẹn ni? Ṣé gbàgbé pé sójà gan ló tún wá ń ṣí fún wọn? Ìpè kan gbé oúnjẹ. You are living in the West, I'm living in the West. Kò síbi tí ẹ ti lè rí wípé àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ gba oúnjẹ ẹ máa wá rí jubilation àti stampede bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ní West láyé. Why? Because oúnjẹ wọn fi kò wọ́n wọn. It's not lacking. But in our own case, it is lacking. It's
And
not
that's
even there.
the basic.
It's the basic. It is the basic. And when it's systematic. One of them that wants to run for office in 2023, wanting Roy was sínú àpò as we speak. Amúrẹ̀ ń gbọ́ tẹ́ni yẹn sọ kéré ní kò ní wọlé ojú yín ló máa ṣe Yorùbá ló fi ń sọ kò fi Ìgbò sọ kò fàwùsà sọ. Tell me, the right pyramid, the embarrassment of the show that we saw 3 weeks ago. Inú gbogbo rẹ̀ sì tó gbé síbẹ̀ yẹn. As we speak, wọ́n lè fi feed Alimosho local government. Nítorí wọ́n ní wọ́n ti process it. So you see, they know these things. And ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹni tó mú wa is holding us by the balls. Or and maybe for the ladies holding them by the jugular. Ó mọ̀ wípé tóun bá tú wálẹ̀. A máa rí mú mi. Yeah, àní padà wá. They know. So òun ni.
Yeah, mo wà pẹ̀lú yín o, ẹ má bínú o. Èmi ni ọjọ́ ìbí ọkọ mi, mo sáré lọ wish happy birthday.
Oh, okay, that's very good.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I'm a kí Yeah.
So that's where we also have to look at it, and we will look at it critically in a way that even us, okay, what programs are you doing to better the lot of the people? I saw a school. I was going outside of Jersey. We were traveling to Connecticut, and we drove by a school. School of Carpentry. Konsho, School of Carpentry. Was probably sitting on 3 acres of land. Just carpentry. So in other words, if you cannot go and study law, engineering, medicine, whatever you want to study, even if you want to learn a trade, the society is there, the opportunities are there, and you will get the basics. Can we say the same of ourselves? We can't. We can't. Ask. Let us put all of them on a platform and ask them 21st century questions. Ask them to give us 21st century answers for 21st century questions as we speak, as we are right now. All of them.
The thing is, even if we ask them, do they have the answer?
That's what I'm saying. They don't.
They don't have the answer. They don't have the answer.
The disconnect is too much.
Because it's a deliberate attempt to keep people down.
Exactly. It's systematic.
The system also works. The systematic in work in UK ni pé the division benefit system in UK. They keep people down. So they provide the masses with everything and anything they want. You understand? So that's one rival. And that is why you see that aspiration and one more on decline day by day ni. Wọ́n fún wọn ní route láti lè make owó láti jẹ́ kán wà comfortable lọ holiday. Wọ́n kì í ṣe pé wọ́n máa lè dàgbà sókè débi tán máa ní wọn ní aspiration pé àwọn gan lè bá wọn lọ du ipò lókè. So the same way tá ṣe ní àwọn set Jagaban náà la ṣe ní bíbá yìí náà. Operation modus operandi wọn ló yàtọ̀tọ̀. It's just we were just unfortunate pé poverty làwọn yẹn wọ́n fi wọ́n àwọn tiwa wọ́n fún wọn jẹ tán ni wọ́n fọwọ́ wọn fẹ́ kàn tiẹ̀ lan kankan àwọn eléyìí ṣe ń gbọnwọ ẹlẹ wọ́n fi crumbs sílẹ̀. You know, if you go to places like Russia, China, it's the same operation. You understand? The only thing tó kàn wà lọ́rọ̀ tiwa ni pé ní ìdáǹdà wa gan gẹ́gẹ́ bí èèyàn dúdú a níwọ̀n wọra ìwọ̀n bílíkì àláàánú ara wa
mentality
àní àánú ara wa regardless of the people in the world tó yẹ yín àdẹ̀ ní respect fúnra wa ṣe rí lack of respect fún dignity human being òun ló jẹ́ kó wà more pronounced because ìkápá ń sọ́n sì fi ṣe kó ṣẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣé báwọn kan náà ló pààyàn kan fẹ́ rí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Oyè yín sìn àwọn ọba yẹn gbogbo wọn kàn sọ pé slavery ńgbà yẹn ni wọn wá kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kó wọn fúnra ara wọn náà kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fa àwọn ọmọ wọn fún ìlẹ́rù tó fi di pé wọ́n fi sọ́dọ̀wò mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. You know, so when we look at things, the greed is in the system, is in our blood. It's in our blood. Èmi kàn máa ń rò lẹ́ẹ̀kankan wípé bóyá hellfire tó lọ́hùn sọ Áfíríkà ló wà.
Ibi náà ló wà
lẹ́ẹ̀kankan máa ń rò
ibi náà láfẹ́ jẹ́ ló dẹ̀ empty gan.
Mi ní pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe rí o because ibi jọ heaven kíbẹ̀ yín wá jọ hell so mi mọ̀ but mo máa ń rò bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kankan because tí yóò bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ṣe jẹ́ pé demon ṣe pọ̀ ìwà demon ṣe pọ̀ láàárín àwọn Africans mi ò fẹ́ sọ pé Naija nìkan because irun yẹn ó burú jù láàánú ara wa bó ti ń hùn kó kéré mọ́ wọ́n gbowó charity lẹ̀ àwọn kan náà náà jẹ́ ló ṣe kò sí ẹwòrí yìí sì ẹ̀ sì ráwọn tó máa ná 10 kọ́bọ̀ fún ẹni tí ò ní ẹni tó máa ná £1 ẹni tó máa fi £5 ẹ̀ rí charity appeal bí ẹ lọ ṣe charity appeal ní Nàìjíríà kan fowó jẹ́ náà ni kò yẹ yín you know it's so bad nínú system yìí gan wọ́n ti mọ̀ wá wọ́n bá ti rí dúdú wọ́n ti dé o ṣàṣù ni.
àwọn ọmọ bìsàbìsà àwọn máa bó káàdì nìyẹn.
You understand? You know, so sometimes and that is why I said I'll still go back pé amúkùn ẹrù ẹwọ lókè lẹ́wọ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀ sọ̀lẹ̀. There's some foundational issues. Gbogbo àwọn yahoo aṣẹ́wó nǹkan kan tá à ń rí yẹn they are just symptoms. They are just symptoms. The real sickness is eating into the fiber. Ó dẹ̀ wá funny ibi tí nǹkan yẹn òun máa sọ pé kò sẹ́ni mímọ́ bí ò ṣe yẹn gan èèyàn ní nínú ẹbí níbi tí irun yẹn ti bá dìde. Mo máa ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé mi ò lè ṣe politics for one singular reason. Mi ò lè kò sí bí èèyàn ṣe ṣe politics tí èèyàn á mọ́ kò sí bó ṣe possible.
Ọjọ́ tẹ bá ti dé àwọn ẹbí yìí gan ti máa sọ fún mi pé ìgbà ti wá rí o.
Tí bá ti ní ẹbí tó bá ti lè sọ fún mi pé òun gbé political kìíní báyìí ọjọ́ yẹn lèmi àti ẹ ti náà là toró ti níbi tí mo lè trust ẹ̀ sí. Tí n bá ní ọ̀rẹ́ tó bá ti gbégbá politics èmi àti ẹ ti ní àlà ó ti níbi tí mo because ẹ lè mọ ohun tó ti jẹ ẹ lè mọ ohun tó ti mu tí wọ́n lùkúlùkù ẹ̀ bá sọ fún pé nǹkan báyìí ni tó mú wá ń tán. No, these are realities. We see it on TV, we see it everywhere, but it's reality. Ibi ìrìn àjò politics ni pé wàá kọ́kọ́ dájú. Ṣé ẹni tó ti fi nǹkan tó dùn lọ́kàn tó ti kọ́kọ́ fi jẹ́ ẹjọ́ náà máa wá ní kó lọ mú nǹkan tó ń rí tó ń kàn fi ń ṣe ẹwọ́ tí ò ní lè mú á múlẹ̀ mọ́nà ká.
Múlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
They don't care.
Ẹni tó ti bọ́mọ ẹ̀sùn kó tó dépò ṣé yẹn lọ́wọ́ á máa ní kó mú yàn kan wá táwa wò pé yẹn jẹ́ ìṣòro ó ti ṣe nǹkan tó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́nà.
Ó ti yé yín so wọ́n ti kọ́kọ́ gba ṣé lùkúlùkù ojú wọn kúrò tó yé yín sìn so tó má débẹ̀ yẹn kó jẹ́ kí n jẹ dẹ̀ ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ lọ́wọ́.
Ojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni mo dẹ̀ máa ń ohun ní that's a personal decision though so ti yé yín kì í ṣe it's not a recommended of course nǹkan tó wọn ní kálukú ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni ṣùgbọ́n orí èmi sìn mo believe pé bí n bá ti rí gàrí mi mu tí mò ń rẹjà dídí fi kún tí láàsì pọ̀ ń yọ olúwa mo ṣe mo dúpẹ́ but ẹ mọ̀ system wa ìdá wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí èèyàn dúdú ni pé bá àti ìnílé mẹ́wàá ká ní mọ́tò mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún àti ìṣoríire.
Gbogbo kinní ẹ̀ náà la máa demystify gbogbo kinní ẹ̀ la máa jẹ́ ká mọ̀ ẹ̀dá tó ń ra lé ṣáájò òpònú ẹ̀dá ni tó rájò níbí you are just passing through ò ní mú nǹkan kan lọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni owó tẹ́ lọ pa yẹn tẹ́ bá lọ pa níbi pé kí ni wọ́n lè ọlọ́mọ
oye ó níbi tí ẹ ti lè pa àmì gbọ́dọ̀ lọ pa Lẹ́kì àti àwọn ọ̀sápá ló ń tàn.
Ẹlòmíì ti fi inú ilé ayé yìí ó ti fi ṣe kíní oyinú it's so complex it's very very complex.
Because ṣe rí bá a ṣe ń wu nísìnyí it's like a web. Ó kàn ń kọ́ra wọn so àní sọ́tọ̀.
Igi wo lèèyàn bá fẹ́ gbélu gígan tí ò ní kọ́yàn lẹ́sẹ̀ báyìí èèyàn fẹ́ kí ẹ fẹ́ báyàn ṣe nǹkan tí kọ́kọ́ fi dé God bless you síwájú èmi ṣí má kó bàtà mi lélẹ́lẹ́ you understand wọ́n ṣe fi yẹn lẹ̀ because at the end of the day oye kéńbèké ń sọ̀rọ̀ irọ́ ń parọ́ fún wọn you understand. Nobody has anybody's interest at heart.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tẹ́ bá pé àbúrò ọmọ lẹ́sìn bá mi ṣe lè òun náà máa ti wò pé okay inú 1 million yẹn ṣó yẹ kóun ní 150k nàbí 200k. You understand? And it's just the same. It's just the system. Inú bí mi ní ìjọ òní mo sọ fún yàn kan mi ò jẹ́ alájọbí ní nǹkan kan mi ò jẹ́ alájọbí ní gbèsè.
Kẹran ti alájọbí.
Ìjà alájọbí ń gbèsè ìdájọ́ sọ́wọ́ alájọbí. You understand? And these are things that ó ń fún wa ní issue. A máa blackmail ara wa emotionally. A máa make ara wa feel unwanted. Ipe are useless just because I pass my neighbor. No. Me, I don't want to pass my neighbor. If my neighbor want to pass me, let him go. I meet ara wa bus stop. Tí ó bá dẹ̀ ṣe pé kíní kó máa wọ bus tiẹ̀ lọ, á bára wa níbi tá a bá ti ní bára wa. Ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ la wáyé. Mi ò sáré anybody. Mi ò má sáré. But a máa compare ara wa ní ṣá. Alágbájá ti ṣe. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ wo reflection kíní competition yẹn gangan nínú ara wa. Ibi fashion style lẹ́tí lè tètè mọ̀. Lágbájá ti ra sequence èmi náà gbọ́dọ̀ rà sequence ló ń rìn kíní kan ló ń ṣe the competitive spirit is so locked up in our head.
Then social media dẹ̀ ti wá fún kíní yẹn ní.
ṣe rí social media yẹn ẹ̀wẹ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ ń gbẹ́nu lé yẹn lálẹ́ yẹn kú ẹ jẹ́ kémi rọra máa lọ báyìí kí mi lọ bọ́ kọ́ mi ó dàárọ̀.
Ẹ ṣeun o. Odupo, thank you very much for.
God bless your wisdom.
Yeah, hope we'll see you again on.
Once I have the notification, I will join. It's no problem.
Yeah. Evan Kiyonku. God bless.
All right, happy birthday to our brother.
To my one and only. All right, I should go.
Brother, yes.
So
Yes, my brother.
so now
Thank you.
MRE, and because the way I see the Bible, and before Sister Yemi came in, and I was going to touch on the only what's it called? There are two. Well, now that we're in the West, there are more than two holy books. But growing up in Nigeria, there were only two holy books. That's the Bible and the Quran. But you would see how Apostle Paul, was addressing Timothy when, I'm sure, because when Paul writes his letters, he writes his letters as a response to a subject that was, or a question that was thrown at him, Now, and he said, this is First Timothy 3. Then I'll quickly read what is in First Timothy 3. Then I will now show how he balanced it out in First Timothy 6. He says, here is a trustworthy saying. If anyone sets his heart on being an overseer, olórí ìjọ, olùṣọ́, bishop, father, apostle, anyone tó bá fẹ́ ṣe. Now the overseer must be above reproach. The husband of but one wife. Ìyàwó kan ló ń láti ní. Temperate, self-controlled, respectable, hospitable, able to teach, not given to drunkenness, not violent but gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money. Not a lover of money. Now, it's 1 to 16, but let me quickly go to First Timothy 6, so that every bit of balance. Oani in First Timothy 6. Oani 6:10. But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into the world, and we can take nothing out of it.
Ben.
But if we have food and clothing, we will be content with that. Those who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap, and into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction.
That's it.
For the love of money, it is the love, not money. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. Oríṣiríṣi ibi. Some people eager for money have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. Àṣàlì sọ pé wọ́n ṣẹ́ṣó owó ń gbà yé Paul. But because ìtorí ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ìfẹ́kùfẹ́ owó ó máa lead àwọn èèyàn láti wo àwọn ìwà kankan. Ẹ̀rí bó ṣe balance ẹ̀, bó tó bá fẹ́ jọ olórí ìjọ, báyìí ló máa ṣe. Ìwọ fúnra ra ẹ. Because you cannot place something on nothing. It's a principle of law. You can't place something on nothing. Inú àwa ẹni bí yìí náà la máa ti mú ẹni tá a máa yọ jáde wípé ká dìbò fún. A dẹ̀ rò pé kò ṣe wá bí ló máa wù tó bá débẹ̀. Ṣe jẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ mọ̀ sọ. But we just need the little that we can do. We want to preach to our brother. Maybe if we have 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6 followers. Christ during his time did not have more than 12. Of the 12, he knew there was a devil inside amongst the 12. Yet he still continued. So the good thing is that Christ did not give what Christ said was, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name.
Yeah.
He did not give a specific number. O lè dágbàdúrà tiẹ̀, o lè pè ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ, o lè pè ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ, o lè pàbúrò ẹ, o lè pè ọmọlé ẹ. But the rules are different. The rules, but what Christ stated is clear. No,
I really appreciate the way you rounded this session up, which is contentment.
Yeah,
is a key word that I want everyone to take away from here. You know, when you are content with what you have and you have hope and faith that tomorrow will be better. Ó dẹ̀ tẹra mọ́ iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe. Ọlá dà. Ṣùgbọ́n tó o bá ti kánjú ju bó ṣe yẹ kó o rin kádàrá ẹ lọ, wà á bọ́ sínú ewu àti làálàá àti wàhálà ni. Kò sí gbogbo owó yìí tá à ń ṣe àti oṣólẹ̀ tútù àti oṣólẹ̀ gbígbóná, kò sí ìtó tọ́jọ́ ọ̀nà gbogbo ẹ̀, kò sí ìtó ń bá wọn kalẹ̀, kò sí ìtí ò ní wàhálà àti ìyọnu nínú. So ìtẹ́lọ́rùn òun ló ṣe pàtàkì. My brother, I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
This is what I missed last week.
The last week's subject, that's one you'll have to have a part 2. Because I was listening and I'm like, oh no, I would say people are not getting it. But you know, we can only preach a testimony with our lives. So then, well, if I get a chance and I give you a shout, and then we will talk about it at length again. But if you ever have a reason to have a part 2, well, I'll gladly, hopefully the network will not come in between us by that time.
No. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Gio.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you everyone for staying with us till this time. It's been a very long night, but I really appreciate that people didn't abandon us on this show. They stayed till the end. Thank you very much. Massive respect to all of you. I hope you've, taken one or two things away from here. My sister Yeti, even though I would have loved you to come on the show, but your contribution on the comment section it's so loaded and powerful as always. And thank you very much for those insightful words you've been dropping there. Thank you, my brother Oluwaseun Michael, for joining, and thank you, Sister Kemi, also for joining. Mama Feyishelo, until I meet you again next week, Friday, for another important or interesting discussion. Me, team on Totu Mashele, but I just into one yellow. Yes, Shupo, thank you also for your contribution, for coming on the show. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Odaro.